Okay, so in the last episode, or when we last left off, I was asked to retrieve Sul Sepinal's bone biter bow from the Oshilaku gravesite. So let's do that. Also, for some reason, I really enjoy saying Sul Sepinal's bone biter bow. Don't know why. It just rolls off the tongue very easily, no, more off the lips, because of the bees. Anyway, we're about to get the bow back. And that includes also the summer. Yeah, I'm also not quite sure why you would actually give a bow as a grave gift, grave offering, when is over there. Might as well do that now. We're supposed to get something from one of the caves near Aldredania. We might do that after getting the bow back. Yeah, I'm not sure why I would give that as a grave offering when you end up tasking some dude to retrieve it anyway. I'm also sorry about any potential visibility issues. I currently can't see Jack either because of the sun. Okay, so southeast of the Oshilaku camp, halfway between the camp and the slopes of Red Mountain. So those caverns are... Go north from the camp to the water, then turn east. At a rock cairn on the beach, turn and head straight south until you find the door. I like how you can just try to go south-southeast and hope you will run into it, or you can do this. Oi! Knock it off! I really can't see anything. Wiping some dust off my screen. Float through the air, lovely. Should use the white towel for that. Oh well. Okay, we'll go north until we reach the water, then turn east. And then we'll find a rock cairn, which is just one of those small piles of rock, I think. It's quite clearly man-made. It's like a stack of rocks, not one of those pillars here. Okay, we have reached the water now. Well, almost. Yeah, I think there's the water. We now have reached the water. It's really hard to see when the sun is blinding you. And I'm wearing my base cap already, so there's not too much I can do here. I should still get those blinders going. Okay, now we'll follow the beach eastish. Or well, whatever's left of that beach. It's not actually a beach. It's not like a holiday resort territory. It's more along the lines of... You can't see something. Let's actually not try to fall into the water here. The Sea of Ghosts is supposedly very, very dangerous. It's certainly slaughterfish territory. Okay, I can't loot that. Oh yeah, right. The game seems to have reset my settings last time. For some reason. I had this on E and this on space. Thank you. Okay, we've got some scales, which I think were allowing me to... Yeah, water walking. That's precisely what we want right now. So, we'll do some alchemying while we're floating in the water. Because of course we do. Okay. Should also close the task manager there. So now I can't see the chat. Not that anyone's watching right now, so it's not too much of a loss, but just saying. Okay, we want some of that... Do use the scales, and do I have some copper in this left? My fuel pods? No, I don't. Okay. Oh, nice, that gives you water breathing. Keep that in mind. That's more water breathing. A lot of protection spells as well. Breathing, levitation, feather, poison. Okay. There is nothing we have that we know of will give us water walking. Because I don't think we have any copper in this left. So can't really see anything. Oh, this is so annoying. Okay, I think this is the rock can. Also, we might have dodged a droid there. Yeah, I think this is the rock can that we've been talking about. This little pile of rocks here. So now we'll head straight south, and we should run straight into that door. Although it's away from the Oshilaku camp, so somewhere over here. And what's kind of weird is, I think the slopes of the Red Mountain covers a huge amount of area, because I think it starts over here-ish, probably even earlier than that. So yeah, the slopes of Red Mountain are a very, very broad term. This sun just go away for a moment. Okay, now I can see a bit more. Angle my screen there. Almost straight downward. Trauma route. I'll have that. I'll absolutely have that. Yeah, now I can at least see stuff again. Lovely. So heading south, and we should see it. It's northward facing doors, so if we have to go past the Oshilaku camp, which is much already happening. The Oshilaku camp should be about west of us right now. Okay, any northward facing doors? There's a northward facing Kaguti. I'm not sure I want that, but I'm going to shoot it. Is it a sick northward facing Kaguti? I think there's another one nearby. No. We'll dispose of it. Is that a door? No, not really. Oh, it's Crib. Luckily, Crib aren't exactly hostile, so we don't have to fear those. That trauma route there is dead. Okay, keep heading south. That's no northward facing door, is it? We'll keep going as far straight south as we can handle. So that, yeah, no, it's not a trauma route I can harvest. Those are aggressive, so we'll kill it. Diseased. Not touching it. I know we technically have the means to cure ourselves of any diseases, but I don't want to squander my mana or my potions. I don't know, take all that, didn't technically take anything. But why bother, right? There's something over there. Northward facing door. It's a rat, not a shark. Now that I can't see anything, my aim is suddenly better. I don't know why that is. Ah, that's a northward facing door. I think this might be the place we need to look into. I love how the music just goes into the battle music for just a moment. I try to shoot something before it realizes, oh, it's dead already. I guess we're not having the epic battle today. By the way, I'm not sure if there are any bow artifacts. Or any artifacted bows, rather. So, you know, the unique kind that I like wearing or using because they're unique and probably the best the best ones you can have. Let's see. You have disease. Now, a silver arrow should probably protect you from diseases because silver is, as far as I remember, a catalyst that destroys bacteria, or many kinds of bacteria. Okay, Oshilaku Astral Brile. Those guys are thoroughly dead. I suppose neither of you is a Zulzepinul. You have a chitin spear. Is that grave dust? No. I know that was disrespectful. But those guys are dead and they will stay dead. There's no dialogue here, so we don't have to talk to anyone here. Can't see Jack though. It's really bothering me. Ugh. Okay, something sees me. Oh, a rat. Yeah, this might have been one of the worst times to actually stream Morrowind because I can't see anything. Let's fix up our stuff again. Should still have some 2 uses left. That's fine. Okay, we have at least used this hammer up. I'm trying to find the right angle to see stuff. Okay, that was not the professional shot I was hoping for. That should be yeah, it's a champion. I believe those level up with you. And when I first tried this, I was, I think, a bit below that, like around level 20-ish. So I believe all of those were regular skeletons. No champions of the sort. Okay. Get a bit further. And hit it. Yeah, they are pretty resilient. Although at least that gives us thrice the training in marksmanship. Though I shouldn't really take that as a good thing. And we get a 1/3 recovery rate of those arrows. Lovely. You have a pretty fancy burial site. Gotta give him that much. All of those are basically mummies and skulls and whatnot. Don't feel like I should walk there. Okay. Jump that. No, of course I can't. Okay, we might have to levitate that. We might have to levitate that. Do I have a levitation potion left? Preferably one of the cheaper ones. Cheap, cheap, cheap. I should totally sell those. Okay, screw it. We'll go levitation for spell. Get up there. Okay, I think we need to just go basically to the end of the caves. I would prefer to do this in sneak mode, so we'll wait for the levitation to wear off. I believe you can also banish magic and basically dispel yourself, but I'm not sure if that works on a beneficial spell that you have cast on yourself. I think it will just strip you of all temporary effects. Okay, there's a skeleton there. That was close, it almost hit me. We got 2 of our arrows back this time. I'll not bother with capturing all the bone meal. It's not that beneficial. I believe we don't have to actually kill anything here. I believe the bow was basically in a chest that is guarded by an ancestor ghost. Seriously, son? Seriously? It's the worst. It's the absolute worst. Skeleton. Okay, that's a mummy. All 3 arrows back this time. Those all have a spear of light. Which lights up the place when it strikes. That sounds kind of interesting. Not sure why I'd want that. Sounds very counterintuitive if you try to sneak. Steel halberd. Well, they do have taste in weapons at least. Do we see any skeletons nearby? No. Can jump. And back into sneak mode. And failed to jump there. Maybe those skulls. Will not touch the urns or anything because I try not to do too much of a grave robbery there. Okay, this guy is probably not an Ashlander. It's a dead adventurer. With a Shockbite battle axe. A decent lockpick, we'll take that. I'll leave that probe there. Okay. We want to go this way. There's a chest here. I'll not steal anything from it, hopefully, but I will unlock it at the very least. It's not grave robbing if I don't take anything, you know? Yeah, no. I'll not take those 26 drakes. It's not like I really need that money. I just heard a rat. I cannot tell you for the life of me where. Oh, over there. Right, sod. There. Okay. Yeah, dispose of that. Okay, let's go up here. This looks like the way. I should have probably cast a mark spell at the campsite. Okay, we want to go up there. Okay, don't fall down. What's this guy holding onto? Looks like a skill book. Try and get there. I'll read it. I'll not steal it, but I'll read it at least. Do I have any mana potions left? Checking the magic bit. I have a levitation potion here somewhere. I just had one. Yeah, we'll take that one. That's this one. Okay, we found it. We know it. It's fine. I'll not try to go up there for now. I believe we might actually have to. We might actually have to. Still don't want to... Actually, I think we might be forced to go around. Like, this place goes back up there, and then... and so on. Could as well just go further. Mention in which place it is. No. Then you're going to check what is still left of this place when I'm done here. Just wondering if I could just steal everything or not. Oh, that's not hammer stuff. We're in a place where the dead are supposed to rest. I don't think hammering stuff is the wisest thing to do. Let's go here first. I'm not sure the father of the clan chief would be buried in a fragile burial. No, this doesn't look like the place. It sounds like there's an ancestor ghost somewhere around the corner there. I wonder what those cocoon things are on these mummies. There's a ghost here somewhere. Where is it? Ah, there you are. Aha! Spear of the Ghostbusters. Now, is this Zul Zepinul? I'm not sure, so let's find out. How to restore magic potion there. Right, we have the Magicka now. I use Zul Zepin. Oh, Faithful Can 1. We'll take that. Also has a chest here, which is conveniently locked and trapped. Oops, I didn't want to use that. Ow. Yeah, sadly we didn't actually get to sap the magic of that trap. What are those things? Just ash cocoon, chitin cocoons, I don't know. What's the way out here? This one? I think it's this one. Okay, let's go this way. If I cast a night vision spell, will I see more? Let's use Night Eye here. Yeah, it's slightly better. Okay. That's dedication to the cause of gaming, making a spell that ramps up the gamma value, just so you don't have to do it in the menus. Let's go in this way. Kefka burial. What's a Kefka? Okay, I see a skeleton there. Let's give it a firestorm. I said give it a firestorm. Okay, that's kind of underwhelming. How did I score critical damage against that? I'm not entirely sure. We'll go back to the night. I should have a potion doing that as well. Once my spell wears off, I'm going to sip that potion. There we go, his spell has worn off. So I had an exclusive Night Eye potion, if memory serves. Just luck. There we go. Another minute of night vision. Hooray! I think I'll go straight back to the Oshilaku after this bow episode. Then we'll probably hit north to Aldredania and see if we can do this Legion quest as well. Although we might as well postpone that because, let's face it, we're going to do more quests in this area. Or we're going to be in this area more often now. Okay. It's only one skeleton and a bunch of decoration. Nope, it's two skeletons. Who don't seem to be overly interested in helping each other out. Okay. There's also a dead adventurer. What's your deal? Grandmaster's lockpick? How did you afford that? Why would you buy a Grandmaster's lockpick and a totally shitty sword? Also, you blocked our critical damage. So that critical damage thing there was kind of misleading. Also, I think those are the, I guess, cheaper burial sites because they're like multiple skulls in one go, or maybe those are family trees, I don't know. The Ashland burial rites are a bit beyond me. Another skeleton champion. Also, how do they select which ones are, or which mummies are going to, well, basically get mummified and which ones don't? Okay. Nordic Claymore. Might be one of the very few we'll see here. Okay, can I rest here? 1 hour should do. Okay, we'll get strength maxed out now. And agility, just for the multiple of 5. Although I guess speed or engines might be a better pick here. They will take agility. That's fine. Why are we using Ogre Strong again? I actually wanted to use the Mother's Kiss spell. Okay. Nothing over here. Got buried with booze, great. They didn't even pay you the good Cerdillian one. I would probably be pissed at that. Then again, I guess that's the only purpose of this stuff. Getting buried with it. Okay, that's back to Lateral Spiral. It's further up we go. Okay, come on. Okay. I don't like sections when I have to jump. Simply because those mean I will have to get out of sneaking. If you could jump while sneaking in Oblivion, but I know it's certainly been added in Skyrim. There's one of the things that Skyrim actually did a bit better. They kind of streamlined a bit of the process, or a bit of the gameplay, and I think it's kind of nice. Kakuna, isn't that a Pokemon? Was Kakuna not a Pokemon? One of the first ones you meet, actually. They have Draggletail. Not the most healthy one, though. I'll take the Coprinus instead. Just get some water walking going. It's kind of cool. They give you the ingredients right here. You can either make a water breathing potion, which might require ampule pots, I don't know. Or you could make a walk on water potion. Now that we have some of that stuff, well, now that we have some copriness again, let's use it to make water walking potions. I want to use some scales and the violet copriness. And depending on my alchemy skill, I might as well go with one more ingredient. None of that has any properties I want. Okay, fine. We'll not get any walk-on-water potions again. But we'll try to hit that. Now, I think I kind of miss the ability to crit with the bow. It does help you out a lot. At least with the way I play the game. It helps you out a lot. Okay. Because I like me sneaking. I just have it from basically having some martial arts experience in real life. Oh, I shouldn't have done that. You generally try to avoid the enemy fighting back. So stuff like that is very convenient for that. Did I get all of them now? There's something hanging there, it's just a rock. I don't know. Okay, what is up here? Not sure why OBS is doing weird stuff. Let's jump and sneak and jump up there. No, up there and then up there. Go on. Yes. Steel halberd. At least these guys did know about a thing or two about weapons. This guy bought a Grandmaster's probe and some decent lockpicks, and of course, a freaking dagger. Seriously, dude, you had it coming. That's a chitin spear, which is apparently not Zulzepinul's bow we've been looking for so desperately. I don't think it's up there. It says you didn't have to actually levitate for that. Can I drop down there without taking too much damage? No. Well, yes, I didn't take too much damage, but I still took a damage. Okay, that way. Also, turns out I was wrong. You don't have to go through all those side sites. You could just go straight through here. I thought you had to go around and then you'd come up like there, and then you can go around that. I guess that's too much Skyrim. We did have some, I mean, still very linear dungeon layouts, which is kind of annoying. Although linearity is nothing like bad. It's not like the bad buzzword that people use it for sometimes now. But yeah, if you make every dungeon pretty much a straight line, or just a windy corridor, it's still kind of boring. I have to learn to judge the range of my spear better. I usually go with the sword, so when you have that, you basically don't have to worry about your range. You know, if you can basically touch them, you can also hit them. The spear's a bit longer, and it's really hard to tell, especially if you wield it like this. This means the spear is not longer than a sword. And yeah, no, you'd want to grab it closer to the end there, certainly, because that way you utilize the range of it, as opposed to, well, not utilizing that. Also, still deteriorates really, really fast. Okay, Where is Zul Zepinul? Zul Zepinul. Where would we have you? Spear is a great weapon for retreating because you can walk backwards and use the most powerful attack with it. Also, it's a fair amount of skeleton champions. Not too thrilled about that, although of course we should be more than capable of taking them on. Also think I should probably rearrange my desk a bit. As far as I'm aware, I'm getting a lot of sun here, not as much sun in the morning in my bedroom. So I think I just earlier today I placed the solar wax melter in my bedroom just to see if I can get enough sun to heat up. It probably won't be able to actually melt wax today. But I have wax to melt anyway. But I want to see if I can get it at least to warm up a bit, so I know where it's well placed or not. Yeah, I think this is the place where you can find Zul Zepinul, who I think is an ancestor ghost that's actually still floating around. Where would he be? I think up there. Are you Zul Zepinul? Okay, turns out you do have to kill that. Because this is Zul Zepinul's bow. Damage is agility, nice. It's not too bad. My bone bow is better though. You can't remove this corpse, okay. What's up there? Also, this looks a bit like the Dagoth stuff, so this might be the 6th house decoration there. Are we? No, we are not under Kogaroon. So this is just some other decoration stuff. Lovely. Now we get to walk all the way out again. Great. There's also some natural leather stuff here. A yellow glass bowl, not the one we need. Half decent probe. A rubbish dagger. There might actually be some Daedric stuff here as well, if you feel like looking through those Baral sites. I'm not sure though, and I'm not going to bother too much. Right now we have all the things we need. This is a hammer, I want that. I'm glad that bow wasn't too heavy though. It's also nice of the game to actually tell you that you have killed this one Wraith, just in case you didn't miss the tooltip there. You didn't notice it. Didn't miss it. Go down there. I don't want to go down there. Actually, I do want to go down there. Probably just not the direct way. Yeah, just in case you missed it, you get another notification that you have killed that Wraith and might probably want to check the body. Which I think is a bit annoying because finding a Wraith body, Inherit doesn't have one, is kind of a pain in the ass on this greyish cave floor. It's kind of easy to miss, I think. Just my point here. Okay. Do I happen to have a feather potion? Also, why would you bury corpses with skill books if you're a somewhat illiterate culture? Also, how did you get over there? Probably with a levitation potion. No, don't drop there. But yeah, the Ashlander culture is somewhat illiterate. They don't use books and stuff for much. Which Nibani Maes actually tells you about. She's like, yeah, you'll have to write everything down because I can't. And I think that's just somewhat silly. Or not somewhat silly, but I think it's weird for this culture to actually bury people with books. Also, Feyfoken, since I can't see too much else, I'm going to go into reading that. We should have both of those books now. I believe there were two. just pick up the second one. No. We don't have the story complete yet, so I will not read it just yet. I'll try to keep it all in one piece. So by all means don't scroll forward. I would like to do that later on. Or by all means don't pause the video just to read the book. It's book 2 anyway. We'll go through book 1 in a moment. Okay, could I go past here? Thank you. Okay, the exit is this way. Okay. Now to turn on that bow of epic uselessness. We only waste 2 weight units, which means it's actually a little more damage per weight unit than with my bone mode bow. It's still not the best bow, and I think I can certainly handle the... Should I drop down there? I don't want to drop down there. Okay, now this way out. This way out. Which way was out? This should be the way out. Is it? Help. I'm kinda trapped in a burial site. Partially because I can't see shit. This is the Karma burial, which we don't want to go into right now. Okay, we'll levitate out here. By the way, I have no idea how and when we're going to make good use of the turn on that spell. It's never a thing I used successfully, I'm gonna say. Mostly because I never bothered using it in the first place. And I don't see too much of a point in forcing undead that are weaker than you to flee. Which is essentially what this spell basically does. There's a rat somewhere around here. Put it over there, yeah. That rat may not be as dead as I would like it to be. Oh, no, it is. It is. That rat's a goner. Okay. Back to hiding. At least we can see stuff again here. Yeah, it is a lot more visible. At least for me. I don't know how the video is. I think I'll have to also turn up the gamma again. Because I don't think... We'll go this way. I hope that'll fix it. It's always the case when the game crashes. Well, not always, but sometimes when I close the game, it gives me this, yeah, Morrowind has stopped working. And I think when that happens, it for some reason wipes settings. Which is still something I don't know why. It also resets the screen resolution to 4:3 resolution, which is kind of annoying. Apparently nobody used that anymore. But back when Morrowind came out, that was the thing. You had those huge screens, which were, well, just huge, and oh, damn it. Which were huge, and there's what's up with a flat screen? You know the regular screens, the huge ones, with the there's a skeleton in there. I don't want to imagine how it died. Because there's a trauma root right through its skull. Let's leave that. I think this route might be more dangerous than I give it credit for. Look at that, there's even some grass in the ashlands. I feel cheated. Netch. Just don't bother, Kakuti. You should have stuck with your grass. Yeah. It would make sense for the Oshalaku to be here, where I suppose would also be where the animals live, because there's things to eat for them. Okay, we don't want to Daedric Shrine. We want to go to the Oshalaku camp. And to be fair, I never really got too much of a point out of this little minimap in the bottom right corner of the screen, because it's showing you a very small section of the map, or of your surroundings. And I think it's a bit too small to be of use in most cases. I suppose there's only one time when we actually get to use it, or get a fair bit of mileage out of it. And that would be when we actually when we look for the Staff of Shaming, or Silver Staff of Shame, not Shaming. Because in that case, it would of course show you everything around you. And we have this detect enchantment, I think it was even a ring. Yeah. Oh, it's a ring yes, it's not a permanent effect. So I thought it was a ring that would basically show us constantly where enchantments would be, but nope, it's cast when used, so it's slightly less useful. Also, time to Soul Trap. Soul Trap. I don't know why that didn't work. Let me Soul Trap the thing. Okay, the Oshalaku camp should be somewhere around this place. There it is. Right behind that rat. Sneak up and stab it. It's kind of cool that you don't catch any diseases while you're stabbing something. It's only when something stabs or bites or whatever damages you that you actually have a risk of catching a disease. Okay, let's put down our weapon. And go to Zul Zepinul. That's the Ashkan's yacht. Zul Matul, I have in fact completed the initiation rite. This is my father's bone by bow. You have completed the initiation rite. I name you number 12 clan friend of the Ashlanders. Keep my father's bow and bear it with honor. You are a friend of our tribe and may rest in any Oshalaku bed, but do not harm other tribe members or take their things. And now I will fulfill my other promise. Go to the wise woman's yacht, and Nibani Maesa shall examine you, and test you against the Nerevarine prophecies. Very well.
Please go ahead, Outland.
We can now go to Corruptly's. I think that's my yacht. I think the wise woman lives somewhere over here. Probably that on the outside. No, Shimzun. That one has a thing. That's the wise woman's yacht. Very well. There is Nibani Maesa. Hello, madam. So, they've told me of you, Outlander, or shall I say clan friend. You are hard-headed and ignorant. But perhaps it is not your fault. My lord Ashkan says you will ask me about the Nerevarine prophecies. He also says I will test you against the Nerevarine prophecies. I must do as my lord Ashkan says, so ask your questions and I will test you. But tell me about his prophecies. There are many Nerevarine prophecies, and they suggest many things. Aspect and uncertain parents, the moon and star, sleepers, 7 curses, the curse's bane, the prophecy of the stranger, the prophecy of the 7 visions, the lost prophecies. Ask me of these things. If you are patient, if you would be wise, or if you are impatient to know, just ask, do I pass the test of the Nerevarine? I didn't want to ask that, actually. You are not the Nerevarine. You are one who may become the Nerevarine. It is a puzzle and a hard one, but have you found some of the pieces, and you may find more. But you have fun. Do you choose to be the Nerevarine? Then seek the lost prophecies among the dissident priests of the temple. Find the lost prophecies, bring them to me, and I will be your guide. and take these copies of the Stranger into 7 visions. Now, I have told you all I know. Go. Think on what I've told you, and do what you must, or what must be done. Okay, tell me about the aspect and uncertain parents. If what you say is true, you are indeed born on a certain day of uncertain parents. This is part of the prophecy. But many have the same birthday, and many are not sure of their parents. It is interesting, but it does not make you the Nerevarine. Very well. What about the moon and star? Legend says Indril Nerevar's family standard bore the moon and star, and Nerevar's armor and weapon bore this sign. Some say he bore a moon and star birthmark, some say he has a magic ring marked with a moon and star. Others say he was born under a moon and star. In any case, I think the moon and star is the mark of the Nerevarine, and you do not have this mark, so you are not the Nerevarine. Very well, what about the Sleepers? Rumors say that in the towns, mad cultists called Sleepers are attacking people, saying that Dagath-Ur has awakened, and will drive the Outlanders from Morrowind. Perhaps it is just a coincidence, but I think it is a sign of the Nerevarine. Not necessarily a sign that you are the Nerevarine. Perhaps the time of the Nerevarine has come, and you have come at the same time. This is not passing a test, but it may mean that you have some part to play in the coming of the Nerevarine. Very well. That's fair enough, actually. I like the way they think about the prophecies, as in, yep, it's certainly a thing that happens at the same time, and you may have a part in it, but it's not the thing yet. Okay, 7 curses. It is another Ashland prophecy of the Nerevarine. It is called the 7 curses of the Shamet, but I do not know it, and I know of no one who does. It may be lost. Such things happen. A wise woman dies, or forgets, or a clan is wiped out. Perhaps someone knows but is keeping it secret. Perhaps it is one of those many books of your settled peoples. I have heard that the dissident priests in the temple may have such books. Okay. She had other prophecies like the Stranger. It is the best known Nerevarine prophecies. We call it the Stranger. When earth is sundered and skies choked black, and sleepers served the 7 curses, to the hearth there comes a stranger, journeyed far neath moon and star. Though stark born to sire uncertain, his aspect marks his certain fate. Wicked stalk him, righteous curse him, prophets speak, but all deny. Many trials make manifest, the stranger's fate, the curse's bane. Many touchstones try the stranger, many fall, but one remains. Okay, that's nice. What about the 7 visions? Where did those go? The 7 visions. Send me to those. The full title of the prophecies is The 7 Visions of 7 Trials of the Incarnate. Listen and I will tell you the verses. 7 trials. What he puts his hand to, that shall be done. What is left undone, that shall be done. First trial. On a certain day to uncertain parents, incarnate moon and star reborn. Second try. Neither blight nor age can harm him. The curse of flesh before him flies. Third trial. In caverns dark Azura's eye sees, and makes to shine the moon and star. Fourth trial. A stranger's voice unites the houses. 3 call him Hortator. Fifth trial. A stranger's hand unites the Velothi. That's the Ashlanders. 4 tribes call him Nerevarine. Sixth trial. He honors blood of the tribe unmourned. He eats their sin and is reborn. That, I think, is the 6th house, basically. 7th trial. His mercy frees the cursed false gods, binds the broken, redeems the mad. 1 destiny. He speaks the law for Veloth's people. He speaks for their land and names them great. What does this prophecy mean? It tells us who the Nerevarine will be, and the trials he must undergo before he fulfills his destiny. Some parts I understand, some parts I do not. I will answer your questions as best I can, but I cannot pretend to understand at all. Okay, let's go with the first trial then. I'll actually go with 7 trials first. The incarnate cannot fail. What others have tried he will do. What Nerevar started, the incarnate shall finish. Okay. What about first trial? This refers to your birth sign. To your birth on a certain day to uncertain parents. Just like in the Stranger prophecies. Okay, what about a birth sign? In Tamriel, persons born under certain constellations are said to be fortunate in their aspects. Such persons are often blessed, or cursed with remarkable abilities or weaknesses as a result of the magical conjunctions of celestial influences. We got that, but I think everybody basically has that. A second trial. I'm not sure what this means. Will the Neverine come a spirit who is not harmed by blight or age? I do not know. But I think Curse of Flesh means the blight disease corpus, which causes terrible distorted growth on its victims. Perhaps the Neverine can heal this disease. Perhaps that will be a sign of the Neverine. Okay, let's go with the third trial then. We'll go with them in order. Third trial. In legend there is a shrine to Azura called the Cavern of the Incarnate. There are secrets I may not tell you about this cavern, and do not ask. Okay. You also need to ask about the proper index for the guy in Caldera. Fourth trial. A Hortator is a war leader chosen when the Dunmer Great Houses must put aside their normal feuds and unite against a common enemy. This has not happened since the Empire invaded our land. Okay. What about fifth trial? The Ashlanders are sometimes called the Velothi, for the prophet Veloth who guided us to this land many, many centuries ago. And the four tribes are the four tribes of Vardenfell, the Oshilaku, the Ahemusa, the Zainab, and the Arabanimsun. Rather. It would truly be a miracle to unite these four tribes who have so long raided and warred with one another. But the Neverine must be one who performs miracles. Great, I feel so cheerful about this now. Okay, what about the sixth one? I'm not sure. The tribe unmourned may mean the sixth house, House Dagoth, which was exterminated after the battle at Red Mountain. But it may also mean the Dwemer, or the Dwarves, as Westerners call them, and eating sin is doing atonement for another sin. Okay. Seventh trial. The cursed false gods must be the tribunal. They are surely false gods, evil sorcerers and necromancers, and they murdered Nerevar so they might set themselves up as gods. Binds the broken must refer to Nerevar's broken promise to the Ashlanders to honor the ways of the spirits and rights to the land. Okay. What about one destiny? Velos people are the Dunmer. All Dunmer. Ashlanders and Great House. The last time the Velothi were united were with Nerevar at the Battle of Red Mountain. Now Nerevar will come once again and unite the Dunmer. He will restore Morrowind to the Dunmer and restore the former greatness of the Velothi people. Okay. I hear you have a problem index. I know nothing about this thing. A hunter found a curious stone in a ruin and gave it to me. It is not important, that's why I'm willing to sell it. Very well. I would like to barter with you then. And I'm actually going to give you more money for that. Actually, no, we're gonna... I had some potions I wanted to get rid of. Not those. I mean, those are basically weightless. This is something I never use. We'll probably hold on to that for now. There comes a time when this is going to be very useful. Restoration. Sell one of those. Okay, I think that was a fair dream. Also, could you tell me about my disturbing dreams? This is a strange dream indeed. The Shaman Dagathur speaks to you in the voice of prophecy. He curses the three betrayers, the three false gods, Vivek, Almalexia, Sothasil. He calls you to drive the Outlanders from Morrowind. This is a very strong dream, very cunning, a dream to stir hearts. This is a very good lie. He called you Nerevar, and the dream of the Nerevarine is very strong and very dangerous, for you and for all my people. Okay. Would you be willing to meet a guy... Okay, the Oshilaku will never meet with an Argonian sorcerer. Fine, don't then. Oh wow. Apparently the Ahemusa have both an Ashkan and a wise woman in one. That's kind of nice. I think it's kind of rare as well. What about Dagathur? He is the devil and the enemy. Dagathur and his beasts and servants are the source of many evils that beset the Dunmer and Morrowind. Dagathur dwells in fiery caverns beneath Red Mountain, served by his kin called Ash Vampires and by legions of deformed monsters. What about Ghost Fence? You should have some... Okay, she's kind of neutral about that. She doesn't seem to be too mad about the false gods keeping that up. What about Lost Prophecies? There are Neverine prophecies that have been lost. The 7 curses and others. Some are forgotten, some hidden. Some deliberately lost. The wise women are the memory of the Velothi people. But it is a faulty memory, and we are mortal, and our knowledge dies with us. But we hear the dissident priests of the temple study our Neverine prophecies, and record them in books. Such written words never die. You must go to them and ask for these books, and bring what you find to me. I think it's kind of cool that they also acknowledge that they are not perfect, that they might not know stuff. Also, most of the important people are actually just bribable, which is kind of cool.
Please join me.
Okay, so the Oshilaku have been very nice to us, very kind. I'm gonna save the game here. I was actually going to ask if I passed the test last, but yeah. A fair few journal pages now. Yeah, Nibani Mesa says, I'm not the Nerevarine, but I may become the Nerevarine. Which again is a very nice take on prophecies. Okay, you don't do it now, but you might, I guess. Which I think speaks of a very interesting culture, because am I seen by Cliff Rose, or just a person? Yeah, I think it's kind of interesting because because I think the culture of the Dunmer is actually involving a fair few Nerevarine incarnates. There have been plenty of those. We have learned about several already, and we have even dealt with one of them ourselves, because obviously he was not the Nerevarine, and the temple asked us to, of course, sort it out. They really disapprove of the incarnates, or of people claiming to be the Nerevar, or the Nerevarine. Mostly because, well, obviously the Nerevarine is said to wipe out the false gods, or to dethrone them, which basically comes to the same. So you can understand why they would not be happy with somebody claiming to be the Nerevarine. I think we can go straight to Aldredania again. Soon the thing should wear off. Actually check the journal quickly. I think it was south of Aldredania. So quests, Legion, Imperial Legion, Breeding Natch, Hontiolf, Maiden's Token. Okay, Verona Nellas. She hasn't brought it. Blah blah blah. Imsa asked me to Asumanu, southeast of Aldredania. So if we head this way, we should probably get there. We'll check this island over there first, and then we'll move on. Let's not drop into the Sea of Ghosts, though. I think it's actually hardly passable, if at all. Like that's why basically you can't go further here. The Sea of Ghosts is impossible to cross for mortals, pretty much. So it's kind of a hard limit on exploration and everything. And it also, I think it's also the reason why the Akaviri was so... why the movements of the Akaririan and other peoples were so strange in such big events, because they crossed the Sea of Ghosts for pretty much every invasion that was performed. Yeah, that's no small feat. Oops. Okay, that's an Ogrim. It's our first Ogrim Titan. It seems to be quite tanky, and I want its soul. Luckily, a Daedric Spear can make short work of it. It has a lot of Daedra skin. Look at that. It has 3 units of skin. We'll harvest all of those. And I think it's about time to actually get some Restore Magicka potions going again. Although I'm quite positive we'll actually be able to sap some magic from spells that will be thrown at us in this cave. Asumanu. Looks like we're right on the spot. Lovely. Now the only Daedra you really have to be afraid of at this point, at least in one-on-one combat, are actually the Golden Saints and the Adramora, and Adramor Lords, of course. Because those actually wield weapons, and those hurt. Those really, really hurt. Okay, there's a Flame Atronach, and there's a bridge over there. We'll take out the Atronach first. Ah, no Frost Salts for me. That's a shame. Okay, then there is apparently nothing. Over there's a way, though. There's a Storm Atronach. We'll take the bridge first. I think that's reasonable. We'll take the bridge first. There is a person on that, I think. I'm quite sure it's not Verona Nellas. There should be someone who's working with her. Okay. Fine. So I don't have an appointment. What is this madness? Why do I need an appointment to see somebody? Okay, I guess she's in she's a Telvanni, so not quite a Telvanni anymore. She's a cast out Telvanni. So I guess she has a bit of a self-preservation instinct to keep people away from her. Those are good souls. Storm Matriarchs are great souls to capture. How many soul gems do I have? Still 2 grand ones. Okay. By the way, I think it doesn't matter which soul gems you give to the Telvanni lady for your stronghold. They all give you the same amount of stronghold. Let's take those Drusilla as well.
I have you.
Okay, nothing great here. I should probably let him cast more spells. Okay, are you Verona Nellas? Probably not, because you don't look like a Verona Nellas. It sounds more like a Dunmer name.
You're defeated. Give up, Dunmer.
I don't think I was that defeated. It's a bold statement to make. Okay, let's get those traps out of the way first. Wait, we need probes. At some point, I don't think we're ever going to pick up more probes for now, because we have so many of them, and probes actually, yeah, or traps don't seem to be too depending on... It's not rubbish. They don't seem to be depending too much on lock level. Ooh, that's all very, very nice. Cool, we'll take those. Scrolls are great. You can sell them, you can use them. They're wonderful things. But of course, I would like to have some more of the Windform or Windwalk. What was that? Oh, Grave Dust, we'll take that. I don't know where Grave Dust would occur naturally, so not sure where you would harvest it if you were in the wilds. But of course, I suppose it's something to do with graves. Okay, there was a river down here. Something tells me we can get past that to get the appointment, to skip the appointment. Okay, Vivek. I might need your, well, blessing. Okay, let's drink one of those. Then go with Vivek's Kiss. Okay, not talking about waters, you can't see anything in it really. It's really murky and stuff. But 100 seconds water breathing for 15 mana is just like nothing. Okay, anything down there? No, it doesn't seem to be. Can I get a local map? Okay, I may have to actually go around that and fight my way past the appointment process. Okay. Let's not stab people with a lockpick. Let's skip straight to the spear. Okay, this way was... this way? No, the exit. Okay, fine. Yeah, that one was... Okay, got it now.
Well, what is this about?
I don't want to stab people who don't actually do anything to me. It doesn't look like there's much of a place to go around there, so I'm afraid I'll have to forego the appointment process.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I think I'm fine without an appointment. He doesn't seem to mind me going through there. Wise choice, by the way. Grandmaster equipment. Now, I would like to have that token back. Fine. Would 100 gold convince you otherwise? I like you. Take it. The many General Vivek gave this to a brilliant Armiger, and she'd hate for that secret to get out. Do what you will with it. I have more things to deal with than this love affair. Many Dren, you say?
I don't know where to begin. It is such an honor to meet you.
Master's equipment, even. That'd be one way to get this stuff. Oh well. We were given that task in Aldrune, if memory serves, so... It's not 2,000. We're not at that many episodes just yet. Probably never get there. Or that many save games just yet. You suck as a guard, by the way. Okay, where do I have my recall? Let's just check the journal. We are at day 75. When was my... Kayus, Hasur... Day 73. I think one more day and we can actually inspect our stronghold. So, for now, let's... kind of want to see where I end up if I use Divine Intervention from here. Might be Aldrune, that would be perfect. Might be any other place. That would be slightly less perfect. But still okay. Huh. Yeah. Where the hell is that? Oh, Jesus. We are now in Gnesis. Didn't expect to come out here, but that's okay. If I go... Oh no, Gnesis also has a temple. So we can't really unsee the dimension out of here. Although the temple in Gnesis I think has a very, very small range because it's kind of... Oh, it's actually mostly this area here. This section here is mostly covered by Aldrune. And over here there shouldn't be anything else. Yeah, this pit here is probably also Aldrune, which is a very nice way to cover large amounts of space in one go. Ghost Fence does not seem to count as an own temple, sadly. I would like to travel to... don't persuade. I would like to travel to Aldrune. To be fair, I don't know how fast those hill strides actually move. I don't know how many hours pass when you travel back and forth between cities via silt striders. I just know that major skill transportation is instantaneous, as far as I'm aware. Of course, all your spell transportations are also instantaneous. Boats also spend time. So yeah, if you're in a hurry, use magic transportation. If you're not, well, you're good to go. Okay, before I forget that again, uniform time. You'd think they have a rule against my silly helmet, but nope, they don't. So even if I got those Gondolier's hats, which is still something I definitely want. If there's a mod for those, do feel free to give me a link. I want one of those hats. Even if I had one of those, I would not be yelled at. But as soon as I stop wearing this stupid thing, yes, here's the glove. I think I could have given that to the mini Dren as well. Okay, do you have any more orders? No more orders for you, okay. That's fine. We have too much junk.
Welcome, Daniel. Greetings to you. A pleasure to meet you.
Okay, let's actually intervene out of here. But I don't think there's any special message if you actually run out of things to do, or if a faction does not have any quest for you anymore. They will say, yeah, you've done everything we can offer you. They're just, yep, nope. Check the other people, they might still have something. And also, this quest we currently have for the cult from Kai, which is getting that staff. It basically said, he told us that the Oracle, Latia Varian, has actually seen this staff and asked us to retrieve asked to retrieve it. And to be fair, I don't know if that is actually something that happens before you did her quests or not. So if those quests only appear after you've actually finished the Oracle's bits. Take me to Belmora, please. I think after that we'll actually have to rest for an hour or two, because that should give us a few more dreams.
I find you most interesting. You're in good company, friend. Welcome.
Okay, there is one particular episode I would like to finish as soon as possible. Let's go to sell some of those books. I'll try to hold on to the ones that give me I'll try to hold on to the multiple issue ones, which I would like to read in full at some point. But we'll sell this one. We'll sell this one. No, we'll keep those. We'll keep that. Even though I'm quite sure the temple will not like us having that. Faith Token 1 and 2, First Legend of Vivek, Game at Dinner, away with that, Bone Part 2, Faith Token 1 and 2. Okay, I think that's good. Go on, you can shut up a bit more than that. Okay, now back to that. And at some point those dreamers will actually become hostile, so I have to be careful. Okay, I feel as though I've just awakened from a dream. There's actually a bug. That should not have happened just yet. The 6th house has not been finished off just yet, so yeah, that dream was a bit premature. Or at least that, thank you. Okay, Caius Casades. Yeah, I would like to discuss my orders. You have spoken with Sul Mashul and Nibali Maesa, and from what they say, it sounds like you could really beat an error. They said no! That's just incredible. But I'll have to get used to the idea. Let me try to get word to Mera Milo. Maybe she can find out whether the distant priests have any lost prophecies. But in the meantime, I have a very tough assignment for you. Do you think you're ready? I'm ready for it. I'm willing but cautious. Why can't I say no? Good. Cautious is smart. I'm going to give you the mission, but I'm going to give you 400 drakes. Before you head out, make sure you outfit yourself with healing potions, new gear, a little training, whatever you think you need most. And if you get in trouble, back off, rest up and go back fresh. Don't take any chances. I think this will be a tough one. Okay. Here's a mission. Fort Buckmouth sent a patrol to Gnar Mok, hunting smugglers with a 6th House connection. They found a 6th House base, a 6th House shrine, and a 6th House priest named Dagoth Gares. I speak to Champion Racer Pulya at Fort Buckmouth. She'll tell you about the patrol in the 6th House base. Your orders: find that 6th House base, kill Dagoth Gares, and bring me a full report on the 6th House base. Okay, what about it? Champion Racer Pulya at Fort Buckmouth says a patrol found a 6th House base in a cave the locals call Ilunibi. However, the one trooper who escaped to report has died of corpus disease. Before he died, the trooper reported fighting with monsters and cultists, and something about a powerful 6th House priest called Dagoth Gares. But go talk to Racer Pulya at Fort Buckmouth. She'll have all the details. Okay. This quest is a rather tough one, mostly because Ilunibi is annoying to navigate through, at least for me. Okay. Very well. We can do that. Let's catch a nap in the Mage's Guild, though. Well, I think any other place would do, but we've gotten so used to napping there. I want to sleep there. Love the Mage's Guild, even though it's only for napping. Also, I think this person was the one trapped in the river last time, so good on her to get for getting out. Okay.
I take it you want something.
You flatter me with your attention, Outlander.
You don't even have my attention, good lady. Okay.
How delightful.
Down there. Over there. Just rest for 1 hour. No dreams, no... I'm kind of shocked.
Well, I find myself in pleasant company. Please share your thoughts.
Okay, so we can go to Gnar Mok if we so desire. I think we're supposed to kill some breeding netch there as well. Imperial. Yeah, Gnar Mok. It would be a good call. Huh. Okay. Actually, do I want to go there? Yeah, let's travel to Aldru now. And because I don't feel like walking all this distance. We have our way to get to the fortress. There's probably 2 quests we can do in Gnar Mok, so let's do that. You should be Racer Pulya. Yes, I do want to talk about the 6th House base. Only one trooper returned. He died soon after, horribly disfigured with corpus disease, and out of his wits. In his ravings, he spoke of a cavern on the coast. He called it Ilunibi. It is not on our maps. Try asking locals in Gnar Mok. They fought with cultists and disfigured man-beasts, corpus monsters, I think. They fled the attackers and got lost in the caves. Then they ran into a half-man creature named Dagoth Gares. This Dagoth Gares slew the rest of the patrol, but spared the one trooper. He told the trooper he was being spared, so he might tell others that the sleeper awakes, and the 6th House has risen. And the Dagoth is Lord, and I am his priest. And all will be one with him in the flesh. The trooper awakened outside the caves and returned here. We couldn't recognize him, and he didn't respond to questions, just kept rambling like a madman until he died. That sounds, fun. Who wants to go to Ilunibi? Not me. I've heard of corpus disease before, but I've never seen it. The trooper's flesh was swollen and covered with growths. His bones twisted and lost their shape. He spoke to himself, as if in a dream. We didn't recognize him at first, except for his clothing and armor. The fort chaplain tried spells and potions, but couldn't cure the disease. He died soon after he reached the fort. Didn't realize how fast the corpus kills. It sure wasn't pretty. The troops seemed shaken. I'm a little worried myself, to tell the truth. So yeah, quick way to get to Gnarmok. There's no Mark Droop, it's no easy trip. Balmoral Road. Okay. We'll take a boat. We'll totally take the boat. Okay, how would I get there?
Set aside our differences and talk, shall we?
We also need to get to Caldera, so I think I'll take the Mage's Guild first. I think I got away. That should be reasonably quick. First off though, let's get to the Mage's Guild and turn in this Propellant Index. Which we got for a very reasonable price. I feel like I totally ripped off Nibani Mesa there. But it's the price we paid, and it's all we had to pay, like 25 gold. So at least the guy was right, and they gave you those indices for... You know, so this is basically a way to make a bit of profit. The first one's actually a bit more expensive, because you actually have to pay the full... or around the full 500 gold you get for that. Depending on how... depending, of course, on how good your negotiation is. But let's turn that in. It's just a thing that weighs us down anyway.
Seem like very good company.
You. Oh, it's about that work. Woohoo! Next, the Inderanion. I don't know where that is. Oh, it's Diveth Fair. Okay. I'm not sure which ones we have already. I think Valenorian we got. Hlormon we certainly had. Marandus we might have had. Rotheron I think we had. I don't know. Okay. Yeah, Diveth Fair. We'll not get that one just yet. But do take me to Balmora. No, take me to Sadrith Mora.
An honor.
I could have also tried to recall to that place, but I didn't feel like doing so. Because then I would have had to Divine Intervention myself out of here. Or walk the way out of the Council House, and nobody wants to walk out of that. Although I suppose a boat from Vivek would have been way more useful than that. Oh well. Okay, let's jump down there, and then down there. Kind of nice, we can actually jump all that distance now, which does show that acrobatics have quite a bit of an impact on your overall jumping performance. Although of course it's kind of gradual, so it's not like you train it up to 100. You could if you had the money. It's not like you trained up to 100 and you suddenly notice the difference. It's one of those very gradual things. You keep training and you keep getting used to being able to do slightly more than you were before, and it's kind of nice. At some point you just look back and think, yeah, that jump totally broke my legs last time, and now I'm doing it like this. I can drop that without actually having any trouble.
May you find me worthy.
Okay. Let's see. There, there. And Galzarathi. I would like to travel to Ebenhard, I think. At least that's closer to Gnarmok than the rest. Also, we should get a journal update at some point. One moment.
What say you?
I'm back, sorry about that. Just somebody from training calling whether or not it's going to happen today. Of course, I will not be in training today, but other people will be, so should be fine. Okay, I think La Ouad would be the next closest thing to Gnarmok. And we might as well walk that way, but I think we'll just try to do it the other way around. So we'll try to take another boat. It's not like we have little cash.
What do you want?
Are you? Yeah, you're the boat guy. Or lady in this case. Take me to Gnarmok, please. And I think if I were the temple and there was a case of Corpus known, and I think in Alduin it would be kind of known, I'd probably try my freaking hardest to actually to like quarantine the place. That's just me. I'm quite sure the temple is not unaware of the concept of quarantine because they basically do it with the ghost fence.
What's Sarah?
Okay, can you tell me about Ilunibi? Up to the north of the island, right on Karthak Point. Okay, western coast, not far from here. Gigantic boulder. Somebody also considered a landmark, okay. Some orc or another jumped off on a dare. It didn't end. Okay, fine. We have to find an orc to talk about that. Apparently, yeah, Ilunibi is let's see. Let's head north, right? That is topic I, Ilunibi. Cave up on the north end of the island. Oh, so that's Karthak Point. How many orcs here? Can you tell me anything about Ilunibi? Okay, we're the breeding Netch. Okay, north of here as well. So let's just go north and take out those breeding Netch. We actually killed one already, so I guess another one might be this. No, we've killed the Netch bull, so the Betty Netch should be the one that's still alive. We'll just not sneak, and they should attack us. It's not you, apparently. Or are you? No, you don't really care. Okay, we have reached Karthak Point very, very quick. I think that might be the sound of us. Stop that. Okay, there's not one of those huge trees. Okay, now where is Ilun? That is Ilunibi. Okay. It has a very welcoming name, the Carcass of the Saint. And I'm gonna say this place terrified me. This place was absolutely terrifying because it's very well crafted in that regard that you that with the names and with everything else, I think the atmosphere was kind of tense. Also, we'll have to levitate out of here. Okay, yeah. Pretty sure we'll have to levitate out of here. I think what we're looking for is Ilunibi Black Heart. Of course, this place looks a lot more threatening with low light or lower gamma. Okay, there is a dreamer over that way. This place is kind of huge and sprawling and annoying. We'll just go straight. It's usually straight. Also, it has several layers, so the map is only so useful to you here. I think we'll take out this guy very well with a bow as well. Not very armor.
There is no escape.
this is probably one of the other... It's an adventurer. Yeah, I would say this was probably one of the Legion. He has a steel cuirass. Not sure what he died to, because it certainly wasn't that Dreamer. If so, I'd probably be questioning their training a lot more. Yeah, the red candles look kind of scary when you actually have low gamma and no sun blinding you. Also, I think the setup is very nice because they give you this, yeah, there has been someone with corpus in here, you might have to prepare for that. Make sure you go in with all the preparation you can have. And this also kind of increases your tendency to be really careful about this, to not take any risks, to basically make sure you don't die in there, but to make sure you're prepared, to make sure you're not spotted and just go straight to Dagoth Gares if possible. That is not him, that's just an Ash Ghoul. Quite sure about that. Okay, that actually hurt us. Those guys don't respawn, but this is the next level of this place. And this should be... I forgot what it was, but... Yep, basically all those sub-caves here have those... have similar names, like Tainted Marrow, Black Heart, I think we also had something with the Ribcage. Almost missed that Ash Servant there, or Ash Zombie. I really can't keep those apart. He's sneaking slightly faster than they are. Okay, Ash Slave dealt with. That's a Winged Twilight. I don't know what that's doing here. Do I have enough for a Soul Trap? I don't have the magic for a Soul Trap, sadly. That's some Void Salt. Void Salts are a great ingredient for restore magic potions. I'm not sure if those actually end up being stronger and more durable as you level up to. I think they do. They're kind of a min-max level if memory serves, so everything levels up to a degree while you level up, so the threat is kind of constant. But on the other hand, most creatures also have a maximum level, so a rat will eventually, you will eventually outgrow a rat, basically. Which makes sense. And they've been using that for actually for all of the Elder Scrolls games, with varying degrees. Or in varying degrees. Like, I think it was a bit too obscene in Elder Scrolls 4, which would be Oblivion, because everything leveled there, and the loot leveled up ridiculously as well. So you would have yeah, absolutely obscene amounts of loot. Keep them down. Ooh, okay. Keep moving. Is that Ash Servant or something? And it has seen us. Ow! It's an Ash Slave. But we got to sap some mana of his attacks. Okay, get the spear back out. And Ilunibi. I went at this the first time. I was actually Isn't that another Pokemon? Marowak? Just noticing that now. Anyway, yeah, I would say that was certainly a Pokemon fan who did the main quest lines. Yeah. Anyway, it's something different when everything around you is totally dark and very atmospheric. And you enter this place, you know there is scary stuff in here. There's a Dremora over there. Who would have thought that? Well, who cares? It's stabbing time. Stabbity, stabbity, stab. Okay, it did not hurt us. I know I had Dwarven Halberd, which I think is kind of hallmark for the quest, or for the main quest spawned guys, because they just can't do that. There's a skeleton over there. Let's attack that. Also, there was a door to the left of us. I'm gonna see where that leads us. Sneak increased and kill it. Kill it! Kill it! With a spear or other killing implement. I don't know where that sleeper is that threw me off so very well. Dreamer. I think it was a dreamer. What's behind this door over there? This door over yonder leads me to... I believe I might be running in a circle. This door is Carcass of the Saint again. So yeah, this cave is actually very interlocking, interlacing, and kind of designed to throw you off. Really. You have multiple layers, and it's like the worst to navigate through. We'll take this pathway here. Now, back in the day, I didn't have internet on my computer, so there was no way for me to just like look up a guide or something like that. That was not Daggoth Garay's. Let's put that corpse. There is nothing here. So those supposed smugglers are not quite around. Okay, not enough magicka, that's fine. They're not really smuggling much if they're not around. Although, of course, it seems that the 6th house has completely taken over this place. Meaning the smugglers have probably been wiped out or corpused already. And turned into Daggoth servants. Okay, get the spear ready. Sneak up. Okay, forget sneaking. We're not absorbing enough magic out of those spells to heal us completely. Actually, we do. Just. Barely. That's another dreamer. I think I could afford actually sniping those. There is no cure for those. They will always attack you. They're in too deep into madness. Also not very sympathetic there. And unlike in Skyrim, you can't actually lure them over with arrows. There's no way to do that. Okay, I want my arrow back. Many dreamers here also carry those corpus meats around. I think they actually eat those as well. Ooh, Grandmaster Lockpick. Yes, please. Yeah, I think they eat those to infect themselves with corpus and to make the disease worse. And actually, I think they actually also tear it out of their bodies and have it regrow stronger and better. And corpus is gross, okay? not sure if you can contract corpus in any natural from a corpus disease. I think those just infect you with all sorts of other diseases, like regular blight diseases, and of course also some common diseases. So sometimes everything at once. I think I once caught like a regular blight disease at in one go. Okay, 2 doors. Let's see. There's. Come on! Just dodged me. Yes, I-N-W-A. One thing I liked about Skyrim is you could see where your arrow hit them. So you could see whether you actually scored a headshot or not. Just for your own statistics, if you will. This place is not quite as tough. Okay, nothing. Blackened Heart, and what's the other place? I think Blackened Heart is where I want to go. It sounds like a place you would put a shrine, right? That's back to Tainted Marrow. We don't want to go there. We'll take the Blackened Heart out, I guess. But yeah, back then I was kind of under the mindset of just go straight and pick the next door. And that wasn't quite the case. Okay, we're getting a lot more candle density right now, so I'm sensing that this might be the way to the shrine itself. This person there is just an Ash Ghoul. Not to be confused with an Nazgul at all. Should also probably wear my better armor. Yeah, don't mind me changing clothing here. Okay, you've seen me. I can at least absorb some magicka here. Okay, that was nice. That was very nice indeed. Giving me some magicka. That's a Bone Lord. Don't care about that one. Okay, nothing here, nothing. Actually, something there. Take that way first. With the droning sound of doom. Very droning, very doomy. Okay, there's a sleeper. I don't think you can sneak up on those at all. There's a scamp. I'll try to shoot that actually. Okay, let's try that. Get my bow out. Scamp you. Down. And here we're getting into some twisty passages. But this looks more like a main hallway, I guess, so we'll take it that way. And this place is actually so scary, I don't really intend to actually explore all of it. Why would I never get scamp skin? Why do I get 3 pieces of data skin from an Ogrim, but no Soul's Rattle? Give me a moment. Sorry about that. Sorry. The one time I have stuff to do. The one time I'm actually a lot more than once, but of course people call me right while I stream. Although it, okay, that's an ash slave, I suppose. They go down to 1 silver arrow. Nice. We'll take that. Doesn't hurt to be able to cure blight diseases. Okay, that didn't go well. Yeah, hit me. Feed me with that magic of yours. I think those were some pretty powerful spells it was lobbing at us. Because we gained a lot of magic out of it. Okay. There are more torches. I think as long as we have torches and important looking stuff around us, we're probably good. This looks like the shrine. Let's take out any backup they might call up. Okay, that didn't go as planned. How good am I with blunt weapons? Not good at all. Let's see if I can use my Silver Staff of War. That's actually quite nice. Thanks to all those elemental damages we do, I'm actually liking this. But of course, for the Shrine Priest there, I will probably stick to the tried and true method of the spear. Okay, this guy there I think is Dagger of Garay's. The 6th house greets you, Lord Nerevar, or number 12 as you call yourself. I am known as Dagger of Garay's, as priest of Ilunibi Shrine, and administer to 6th house servants. My lord Daggoth-ur has informed me of your coming. I wish that this time you had come to honor your lord's friendship, not to betray it. Your lord's friendship? Lord Daggoth gives me these words to say to you, so you may give them thought. Once we were friends and brothers, Lord Nerevar, in peace and in war. Yet beneath Red Mountain you struck me down as I guarded the treasure you bound me by oath to defend. But remembering our old friendship, I would forgive you and raise you high in my service. My lord Daggoth bids you come to Red Mountain, for the friendship and honor that once you shared. He would grant you counsel and power, and if only you would pledge that friendship in you. I am not your Lord Daggoth, yet I too would say to you, do you come with weapons that struck me down, or would you put away your weapon and join me in friendship? What about Ilunibi Shrine? Ilunibi Shrine is just a small, quiet retreat for 6th house servants, a place to contemplate and grow strong and wise in Lord Daggoth's ways. Here we share the sacraments of flesh and blood, and dream the dreams of our Lord. This and other lesser shrines are hidden from prying eyes throughout the land. The greater shrines of 6th house servants lies beneath Red Mountains, in the citadels of our Lord and his close kin. Okay, what about those servants of yours? Forgive the rude welcome, but until you have declared for us, we must treat you as our enemy. The sleepers and dreamers are newly come to Lord Daggoth, and not yet blessed with his power. But the children of his flesh, they are deep in the heart of his mysteries. Their bodies swell to contain his glory, and yield to the rich sacraments of our Lord's feasts. And we are the last of his servants, for ash poets, ascended sleepers, and ash vampires stand high above us in the Lord's bountiful grace. Okay, what about Daggoth-ur? Daggoth-ur is the awakened lord of the 6th house, come to cast down false gods, drive foreigners from the land, and restore the ancient glory of Morrowind. He bids you come to Red Mountain. For the friendship and honor that once you shared, he would grant you... Okay, we've got that already. The path to Red Mountain is long and filled with danger. But if you are worthy, you will find there wisdom, a firm friend, and all the power you need to set the world aright. Why would you treat me as an enemy? Lord Daggoth would far rather have you as a friend than an enemy. But until you submit to him, 6th House servants will treat you as an enemy and try to destroy you. If you wish to be our friend, first you must go to Lord Daggoth in his citadel on Red Mountain and make your submission. Okay. What the Lord's friendship? Okay, we had this part already. I think that's all. Oh no, 6th House. The 6th House was not dead, but only sleeping. Now it wakes from its long dream, and with its lord, Daggoth it comes forth to free Morrowind of foreign rulers and divine pretenders. When the land is swept clean of false friends and greedy thieves, the children of Veloth will build anew a garden of plenty in this blighted wasteland. Okay. So, he's still not aware of me. Oh, he's trying to kill me. Spear time! With his dying breath, Daggoth Gary smiles and curses you. Even as my master wills, you shall come to him. In his flesh, and of his flesh. Okay, we have contracted a blight disease, and we have also contracted Corporus. Which doesn't hurt us that bad, as you see. It drains health, that's kind of sucks. He has one of those fancy amulets. And a message from Daggoth. Lord Nerva Induril, hail Restania, my lord, friend and companion. Once we were friends and brothers, Lord Nerva, in peace and in war. No houseman ever served you better or more faithfully. Much that I did was at your command, and at great cost to myself and my honour. Yet beneath the Red Mountain you struck me down as I guarded the treasure you bound me by oath to defend. It was a cruel blow, a bitter betrayal to be felled by your hand. But remembering our old friendship, I would forgive you and raise you high in my service. The 6th House was not dead, but only sleeping. Now we wake from our long dream, coming forth to free Morrowind of foreign rulers and divine pretenders. When the land is swept clean of false friends and greedy thieves, the children of Veloth will build a new... Yes, we've got that. As ever, your respectful servant and loyal friend, Lord Warren Daggoth. Okay, so we now have Corporus, which kind of sucks. We also can take some glass boots from here. And bone mold stuff. I'll take those, they're expensive. We also dropped a whole lot in stats, mostly due to the Ash Woe Blight. That's something we can actually cure. I should have a Cure Blight Disease potion. Probably under magic, of course. Cure Blight Disease. There we go, we'll drink that. And we'll be surrounded by a lot of lights, and then, yeah. But note that Corporus actually gives you strength. And endurance, only 1 point, but it's still 1 point of strengthening. Okay, let's make sure to loot the place. Also, yeah, that's the 6th House Bell Hammer. It's very heavy. I'm not sure if I should do that. Okay, nothing else around here. A metal burst. Staff. And a spoiled potion. That's rubbish. Ooh, an armorer's hammer. We'll have that. Okay, let's ham up our equipment. Okay. Yeah, I have killed Daggoth Gares as the Spymaster ordered, but with his dying breath, Daggoth Gares pronounced a curse on me, and now I have the Corporus disease. He said I would come to Daggoth in his flesh and of his flesh. I don't feel any different, but the marks of the disease are plain on my face. I have to return and report to the Spymaster on the 6th House base, and hope he knows of some way to cure this disease. Let's actually try see that. I am somewhat curious. If I remove my helmet now... I mean, right now nobody should see my marks, really. If I remove that helmet now... I don't see any marks. I'm still good to go. I'm good as new, you know. But fine, we'll keep wearing that helmet. I can also... I don't think there's any point in actually restoring attributes there. So let's just... let's see. We are here, so if we use... Sieve intervention. Okay, yeah, that'll do. We'll probably end up in Algiers still, but that's fine. Oh no, it's Balmora. Lovely. And now people will actually react to us a bit different.
Say your needs.
Maybe not you. But yeah, we now have the corpus disease, and there's no way to get around this. I've tried this a few times back in my first attempt because I thought, okay, maybe if he doesn't notice you, you can just stab him and or sneak attack him, and it's fine, but it doesn't work. He will generally, of course, notice you when you enter the room, and he will also always curse you with corpus if you get around this. So yeah, there's no way around getting cursed there.
What is it, Sarah?
Okay, Caius, we might have a problem. With Douglas Gary's dead, the 6th House Shrine is no longer a threat. You've more than earned your promotion to the rank of Traveller. I'm very worried that you have corpus disease, but I may have some good news in that department. Okay? I can rest my informant for possible treatments, just in case you contracted the disease during your mission. I learned from Fast Eddie that your best chance of getting cured is Divath Fair, an ancient Telvanni wizard who runs a corpusarium for victims of the disease. Okay? Here, take this Dream artifact and 1,000 drakes, and go to Telfair. Divath Fair will like the Dream artifact. A gift may sweeten his disposition. The gold is for expenses, and there's a couple of levitation potions. I hear you'll need them in Telvanni Towers. Because wizards don't use stairs. So get moving and get that corpus disease treated. Then hurry back. I think I know how to get the lost prophecies Nibanama is asked for. Okay. What about this corpusarium? What about Fast Eddie? Who is that? Eddie the Man, also Fast Eddie, or also Eddie the Rat, is a rare commodity, a former Telvanni wizard who has gone imperial and joined the Mages Guild. A colourful but unreliable character, he is an invaluable source of inside information on Great House Telvanni. He has a small house here in Balmora. Okay, so we could also ask him. And we're several units overweight. That's fine. We're not gonna need that where we're going. And that's all everything out. Lovely. Okay, so now we have corpus disease. We'll also go seek out Fast Eddie. Because corpus disease is something you want to get treated as quick as possible. Also, what's our reputation doing now? Just looking at it now. We haven't looked at this. Yeah, 45. We are very famous. Fast Eddie's house was, I think, over here somewhere. I think it was this or the upstairs one. An upstairs house here. Fellas, this Fast Duragra Ball. Quite sure we've passed Fast Eddie's house here somewhere. Great Fellas, South Wall, Nine Toes, Wraithy, Hasarinde, Guard Tower. No, it's on the other side. Vori, Eton, Kalira, Sia. Up. Where is Fast Eddie's house? I'm quite sure it was here somewhere. There is an owl. Okay. Could you tell me where Fast Eddie's house is? No. Oh yeah, also, you've got corpus disease, Outlander. That's a death sentence. I can't get cured. It can't get cured. Get away from me. Far away. Yeah, he's honestly thrilled to meet us. I'm sure there was somewhere here should be Fast Eddie's house. I was sure it was on the river somewhere. I think it's actually the upstairs one there. Don't you bother me. Yeah, this is Fast Eddie's house. You there, you know a thing or two about that. Okay, I was a rising star of House Sylvania until the barely living Drath and Gotham put a stop to my career. Well. Okay, so he's apparently rising up in House Sylvani. Let's not go to those two. Mage's Guild should be on this side. We'll just have him teleport us to Cedric Mora. And then we'll use the... well, you know how to get to Telfir.
I don't know where to begin. It is such an honor to meet you.
That's all nice and stuff, but it's not helpful we have Corporus.
Please, feel free to talk at your leisure.
Now, not everybody is against you want to have Corporus. Hey, get away from me! You've got Corporus. You can't get cured of Corporus. Get away! Yeah, people are not too happy with us. Just take it there, would you?
I do enjoy a good. Can I help you?
We'll not talk to anyone. It's not showing on our hands, right? You look a little swollen.
Hello there. How are you?
That's very friendly. At least he's reasonably nice to us now. You are afflicted with Corporus. I'm a healer, but I know of no cure for Corporus. We can also not cure it on the various shrines, but we can make a generous notion of nothing
Hello there. How are you?
and restore my attributes. I said restore my attributes. Restore my attributes, please. Fine, don't then. At least you got full mana now.
If you care to talk.
Okay, can I drop that down without... No. I cannot.
What say you?
Very well. And I was wondering when we did this temple mission for to wipe out the 6th house cult. I was wondering if that would actually get us to let's say that if that would get us to in fact with Corporus as well, kind of as an alternate way to do it, but it doesn't. So that's something I learned. Let's go to Diveth Fair. Now that we have full mana again, we might as well actually blow most of it away again. We'll start with a bit of water walking. So to Telfair. Okay, Cliff Racer, I know you're spoiling for a fight, are you? We could also just levitate. There's a droid. It will attack. It will not attack us. It won't be happy with us walking on its water, but it will not attack us. It's not until we break surface tension again. Which is a time at which I would rather be somewhere else. Despite a Cliff Racer on our heels. Ow! Okay, Cliff Racer, I'm having a really bad day today. Would you stop that? That should be Telfair. That would be Telfair. Okay, wonderful. Telfair, we haven't been here in a while. could have just recalled to Sarah Mora. Oh well. Plenty of marshmallow and salt rice to harvest if we so desire. I might do that on the way out. There's a niche. It's currently peaceful. Okay, and you can actually do all those quests at any level, although of course it helps to have at least a higher level. Like depending on which part of it you go to, it helps to be of some degree of level. Okay, let's see. I have the corporate disease. Okay. Where is Divat Fair? I think it's upstairs. Yeah, Hall of Fair. Now this is a bit that I don't know. Well, I don't know how well this bit will work with our current sign. We got some levitation potions. Where did they go? Also, I don't believe Diverfert does not have any Dwemer Coheras yet. He's ancient and he has a lot of stuff, so there we go, Diverfert. Let's save the game here. Okay, say, that's an interesting Dwemer piece you have. What can you tell me about it? I would offer that as a gift. A gift for me? How thoughtful and shrewd. I suppose you know I'm a collector, and that such a gift is bound to please me. I congratulate you on your diplomatic skills. So, why have you tried to butter me up? Come to consult the great Diva Fair? You have the divine disease, want to plunder the dungeon, or leer at my daughters? Let's do it in that order. But let's start with the divine disease. The magical principles of corporate disease are elusive and miraculous. Far more subtle and powerful than any conventional sorcery or enchantment. I'm persuaded that it is in some manner the cause or blessing of a god. Perhaps both a curse and a blessing. The victim, of course, cannot appreciate the marvelous nature of corpus. It saps the mind and destroys the body. But to a wizard it is a profound and glorious mystery. A riddle with a long lifetime of study. He seems to like that. Ooh, Diagram, it's interesting work. Yagrum Bagan might be able to tell you more. What about the Propylon Index? Oh, that thing. I was just going to give it to my corporate area inmates to play with. Do you want it? You can have it. That's cool. What about your daughters? Ah, not bad for something born in the Jai. Charming and talented. Not daughters, really. A little project, side benefit of my researches into corpus disease. Made them myself, from my own flesh. Nice, aren't they? Alpha Fair, Beta Fair, Delta Fair, and Upsa Fair. Quite a comfort to me in my old age. What about Alpha? She's the sharpest of my girls, in wit and tongue. Gets on my nerves sometimes, but conflict is the spice of life. What a loving father. Beta Fair is a sweet one, eager to please and be pleased. An excellent cook, and a lovely singing voice. Oops, didn't want to do that. How interesting. Did you know that corpus makes you immune to disease? Have you ever heard the prophecies of the Nerevarine? Ashland say that Nerevarine will be immune to disease. I've always thought maybe I have the Nerevarine down in my corpusarium and I don't even know it. The Nerevarine is a fat, disgusting corpus monster and mad as a marsh rat. Wouldn't that be funny? I kinda might fulfill those prophecies, you know. That's a fascinating story you tell. So, you might be the Nerevarine. Means nothing, of course. Corpus victims have all sorts of delusions, but let me think. I've got a potion. In theory, it should cure corpus. It doesn't work, though. It'll probably kill you. I killed all my test subjects, but you've got nothing to lose. Before I give it to you, I want you to look around below in my corpusarium. Know what's in store if you don't take the potion, and while you're there, I want you to pick up a pair of boots from a victim. Calls himself Yagrum Bagan. My oldest patient, handy fellow, fixes things for me. Bring the boots back, and then you can have the potion. Okay. We were talking about your daughters, though. What about Delta Fair? She's the efficient one, organized and orderly. She acts as a steward, manages accounts, maintains supplies, keeps the tower and corpusarium running. Okay, and what about Oopsifer? Oopsifer is the girl with the biggest heart. She takes care of the inmates of the corpusarium and helps with my researches. You mentioned plundering the dungeons. When you live for thousands of years, you need a hobby. Something you love, always sparks your interest. I collect treasures, and invite thieves to steal them. I'm a collector and a sportsman. I collect enchanted items and ancient artifacts. I have quite a few Dwemer pieces. And as a sportsman, I love letting thieves try to steal my well-guarded treasures. Only a few rules. 1. Don't hurt the inmates. 2. Don't hurt my daughters. My wardens and guards can look out for themselves. So yeah, we can plunder dungeons here. We're free to do, and that's... I think it's kind of remarkable attitude, really. This guy's great. Okay. I think they all react a bit different, but this one's glorious. You're smart. Get corpus disease. Get killed by corpus monsters. Get killed by Vishta Kai. A very good plan. Plunder the dungeon of a 4,000-year-old wizard. What could be easier? I don't know.
What do you want?
I mean, he does have a lot of traps and stuff going on. And I do believe, even though we're still technically considered Tervani, as long as we don't want to steal from him right away. I'm not sure if this is technically part of the dungeons we may legally plunder. Well, not legally plunder, but we're allowed to plunder. Okay, let's find what's in this lock, though. So I think something was in here as well. Not that, not that. Not that. Actor, clutter, no. Something. That's Telbra Nora. Fleshmade Hole. It's in Master Neloth. His stuff, of course, not in the guy. Okay, we'll be fine. Okay, levitation has worn off, and we can now open this place. Let's at least break in, you know. I mean, there's a nice bit of practice. Let's use our Master's lockpick. Okay, lock is too complex. We should have another of those lock splitter scrolls. Gotta use them at some point, right? Level 100 lock is still too complex for us, that's fine. That's absolutely fine. Okay, what's in here now? Ooh, the Curious of the Savior's Hide. Constant resist magic. Nice. Very, very nice. Of course, also an artifact. And since we're technically allowed to steal things from him... So long, Glass Curious. It's totally... There's at least one wolf or raccoon going into that. We'll stick with that, though. For now, I want to stick with my non-magic resistant Curious. Ow. Although it might be a good idea to generally go with that. Okay, this is the Onyx Hall. Because I'm not sure if resisting magicka and absorbing spells will clash. Also, there's some chat message there, apparently, which I can't see at the moment because I kind of have my task manager in front of that. So let me just get to that. Open up the live stream. It's the Corpus stream, everybody. We have Corpus and all the fun that comes with that. Yeah, it is a good Curious. It is a very good Curious. Of course, it's an artifact, and I think it's actually one of the Curiouses that supposedly come with a Daedric curse. I think it's blessed or cursed by Herkeen, whatever his name is pronounced. Also, this is another of those chests that we can totally loot. Although, of course, I would prefer to stay hidden and sneaking. So, where do we have... If I use the Grandmaster's lockpick... It works! Nice! And we got a Diver's 1008th key. I'll take that, I guess. Not sure what those keys are good for. Should be able to pick that lock without a Master's lockpick. Okay, that's a good training for security, so we'll take it. Might even get a level down here.
I'm waiting.
Nope, we'll leave that. Thank you. We'll leave that close. Okay, yeah, all of those react a bit different, which is kind of cool. Really, is that what you had in mind? Don't let me discourage you, but do you know, you do know that you are almost certain to get corporate disease if you enter the corporate. Well, I kind of have that already, so I'm good. And I hope you understand how frightfully dangerous our inmates can be. And we do have the guards, you know, quite good ones. You're free to try, of course, but I don't advise it. That's fine. There's the corporarium. In the corporarium, we'll try to stick with the rules, so we will not hurt any of the inmates. This is Vishta Kai. I am Vishta Kai, warden of the corporarium. I'm here to warn you, do not harm the inmates. If you come to plunder the dungeon, you must endure their attacks and take your chances with me, their warden and protector. Fun fact, I think Argonians might be immune to the disease as well. So what about the warden? I am the guardian and peacekeeper of the corporarium. I have spent long years in service to Lord Fear, first as a slave, then as a free hireling, and now as a friend and partner. He has been kind and generous to me, and I take his interests, and the interests of those he shelters, to heart. The treasures of his dungeon are open to sport, according to Lord Fear's whim, and you're welcome to try to steal them, but I, too, find a great sport in hunting thieves. Okay, I'll tell you about the corporarium. Lord Fear shelters and maintains the victims of corporous disease here in the corporarium. He does them a great service, because no other could or would help them. He also does the world a great service by keeping them here where they can do no harm to others. The inmates are sad, distorted monsters, angry and cruel, and their sufferings are great. But they still live and feel, and I honor Lord Fear's care and compassion for them. Or plundering the dungeon, you know. For his own amusement, Diveth Fear permits thieves to test their skills by attempting to steal the treasures he keeps below in the corporarium. The dangers are fearful, the inmates are savage, and they carry the most terrible disease on Tamriel. The treasures themselves are guarded by traps and terrors, and the guards, myself chief among them, will take great delight in trying to kill you. These are the rules. Abide by them or leave. We're supposed to endure those attacks, eh? Do not harm the inmates. I will not tolerate you adding to their suffering. Indeed, they are brutal and ferocious, and they will kill you if they can. But you are their guest, and you may not harm them, or you will answer to me. Yeah, we'll actually try to follow those rules. What's your trade? You're a knight. Okay. Do let me in there, please. Close that. And yeah, we agreed to follow those rules, so we will not, in fact, try to harm those inmates. So, sneaking time it is. In here we're supposed to find Yagrum Bagan. Who may have quite a sad fate. Ow! Okay, screw sneaking. We're out of here. I think it's not still after us, is it? I think it is, but we should be fine. It's not like they could get any worse. We already have corporates. We already have the disease. Okay, this guy is That's a massive lock. Okay. Yeah, it's still after us. And we'll follow the rules. We have to not hurt them. Okay, there's another key. That's literally all there is of value in here. There's a lame corpus. I might get through with the Ring of the Khajiit. Yeah, he's just come on, pick the lock. Okay, Apprentice's probe again. I'll just steal those keys. I don't care about those Dwemer goblets and stuff. Let's use that to get past here. There's nothing here. This guy is aggressive, but he doesn't know where we are. Let's keep it that way. Okay, that's the way out. The corpus are in bowels. We want to go in there, I guess. Somewhere deep in here is Yagrum Bagan. And I do not know where exactly. My memories on this place is a bit foggy because you only go there once in the game basically, unless of course you want to loot the corpus area. Okay, where is that? Where is that? Down there's something. Over there's something else. I'll not try to jump down any places that I might not want to jump down. That way, so we might as well stop sneaking for a brief time. Sneak. So the totally must-have mods, the toggle sneaking thing. It helps you out so much. Okay. Anything here? There aren't that many patients here, luckily. You'd think the corpus area is completely stocked with well, inmates, but it's luckily not. There's one there around the campfire. I'm not sure what that green mist, or what caused this green mist all over the place. Although it does help to make the place look a lot more diseased and blighted. Oh, that is, I think, Yagrum Bagan. Yeah, this is Yagrum Bagan. The last living dwarf, by the way. Miss Fear. Be careful if you're going to prowl around down here. We'll be very angry if you hurt any of our patients, and our patients can be quite a handful, I'll tell you. Strong as Ogrim and twice as mean. But they seem to like it when I play the drum. Quiets them down. There's a drum around here someplace. They wander off it from time to time, but find that drum and bring it to me, and I think I can calm them down for a while. We can do that. A corpus disease. The disease takes many forms. For some, the progress is rapid and terrible. For others, the effects on the mind and body are very slow. It's a remarkable affliction in that once having contracted corpus, one is completely unaffected by any other diseases. But I'm so happy we got the blight right before we got afflicted with corpus. We've always hoped that our research would permit to isolate the beneficial effects of corpus, but alas, we've not been successful. Okay, let's get to this guy here. You're here for the Dwemer boots. Tell my gracious keeper that I have done what I could. Only a Dwemer magecrafter could have done so much, but only idiots could have created those boots. It shames my race that we must be judged by the works of such lackwit blunderers. Yeah, what about the Dwemer boots? Lord Fur obtained these enchanted Dwemer boots from an unfortunate thief. And given the quality of their craftsmanship, little wonder the fellow came to a bad end. But I can do nothing for them. The fundamental enchantment is flawed. Might as well start over again. If such a pair of boots could still be fashioned in these benighted latter days. But I have done my best. Take them to Lord Fear with my sincere apologies. Okay, what about your gracious keeper? I owe my life to Lord Fear. He took me in when I was a mad monster, out of my mind. In time I emerged from my dementia, and now I'm quite lucid most of the time, though my body is still a grotesque and useless prison. And I still have some feeble hope of a cure. Lord Fur has tried many spells and potions. None have helped me, but neither have they harmed me. If anyone could cure this disease, Lord Fur can. Okay, what about your race? Once I was a master crafter in the service of Lord Kagrenak, chief architect of the great Second Empire freeholds, and the greatest enchanter of his time. I could not match the genius of Lord Kagrenak, but what he could envision, I and my colleagues could build. All of that is gone forever. I still retain my cunning, but my hands and eyes fail me, and my memories have long faded. My only consolation is each day to mock the gods who destroyed my race, and condemned me to this bleak existence. Since the disappearance of the dwarves, I have been alone in this world, trapped in this grim prison. I can scarcely move, and my fellow inmates are scarcely good company. The risk of corpus disease deters most visitors, but if you meet with cultivated minds undaunted by the terrors of the corpusarium, you might mention your recent interview with the last living dwarf. And this is indeed something that I still love. We're now seeing the last living dwarf. It's so unique. Read the last one, eh? Well, this is how I start myself. I do not know for a fact that I'm the last, but in my travels thousands of years ago, I've never encountered another. And since I've been here, I often ask Lord Fur, but he says he has never heard a credible rumour of another Dwemer, on Tamriel or any outer realm. Okay, what can you tell me about the disappearance of the dwarves, actually? I cannot say what happened. I was not there to observe. I was in an outer realm at the time, and when I came back, my people were gone. I left Red Mountain, wandering Tamriel for years, searching our deserted colonies, looking for a survivor of an explanation. Then, a long time ago, I returned to Red Mountain, still looking for answers. Instead, I found corpus disease, and I have been here ever since. I have theories, if you're interested. I mean, it's not like Tribonians would get any of those. But yeah, do tell me. Lord Kagrenak, the foremost arcane philosopher and magecrafter of my era, devised tools to shape mythopoeic forces, intending to transcend the limits of Dwemer mortality. However, in reviewing his formulae, some logicians argued that side effects were unpredictable, and errors might be catastrophic. I think Kagrenak might have succeeded in granting our race eternal life, with unforeseen consequences, such as wholesale displacement to an outer realm. Or he may have erred and utterly destroyed our race. Unforeseen consequences? Displacement to outer realms? I'm not sure where we've seen that before. What about this book? Okay, this book is just an explanation of some of Kagrenak's theories. I could spend hours explaining them to you, but Kagrenak is dead, and I believe his theories must die with him. Okay, what about the Egg of Time? By refreshing my memory with divine metaphysics, I believe I can explain. The Dwemer were not unified in their thinking. Kagrenak and his tonal architects, among the Bthu and Mzanj, believed they could improve the Dwemer race. Others argue that the attempts would be too great a risk. The war with Nereva and the Dunmer may have led Kagrenak to carry out his experiments prematurely. Although this book argues that nothing disastrous could result, the disappearance of my race argues otherwise. Indeed. What about the Hanging Gardens? Oh yes, this book was written in both Admeris and in Dwemer. Many books were written in both languages in the day of Restain, when the Dunmer and Dwemer ruled together peacefully. I'd love to translate, but this is really just a boring travel guide. If you find any other books in Dwemer, I could translate them for you, though. We have Kagrenak's planned books, but I don't think we can translate them here. But yeah, those are... Let's actually try to get those drums. Let's try to find those drums, shall we? I don't like open quests, so we'll locate the drums. Try to sneak. Stay hidden, stay hidden, stay hidden. Stay hidden. Why are we not sneaking? Oh well. I'll have that key. Where are those drums? Where would I find drums? So what exactly is seeing me here? believe we might have run into a bug. Also, let's save the game. Okay. Where would those drums be? Okay, we'll have to search for it, and it should not be on any of those corpus victims. They do not, or you're not allowed to attack those. So we should be okay. But yeah, I have no idea where those drums actually are. This is the way out. Okay, let's be careful here. The Ring of Decay is also kind of run out already. It's not behind there. Where would those drums be? Do you have them? Not quite. Okay, that's a lame corpus. We'll not touch that. On this side. I think we were there earlier. I think we're good to go. Let's leave. Okay, can you get me out of here? Thank you.
The prey approaches.
Now this next bit is, as I said, something that I might have to load a few times. Because this cure for corpus is a bit dodgy. I think it actually involves a spell that's going to be cast on you by Divath Fur. Okay, let's see. I should have some levitation potions. Invisibility. Could have just used those. Rising Force. This time Kai's even shelled out some good potions, or some quality potions at least. Come on, move it, move it, move it.
Go ahead.
Okay, we'll save the game here. Okay, did you get my boots? No boots, no potion. Oh, fine, there it is. The boots first, please. And you know I'll give you the potion on the following condition. You must drink it here, before my eyes. It should act immediately, and I need to observe you very carefully. Agreed? Yeah, fine. Give me the potion. Open your mouth and close your eyes. Ugh. Now swallow. Goodness. Good grief. Look! Look! It's working! Remarkable. Let me check your skin. Your eyes. Your tongue. Amazing. I think it worked. No sign of disease at all. Of course, you still have the corpus disease, just like I planned. But all your symptoms are gone. Marvelous. I'll go try it out on some other of the more desperate inmates, but I'll answer any questions you have before you go. Okay, what about this? No more symptoms? I'm a bit surprised myself. Oh yeah, I think we've done that already. Okay, this worked. I believe sometimes you can actually get this now, and now we have a bunch of very nice effects. We are now completely immune to any common disease. Any blight disease, and of course the corpus itself. Which means that we can now not become a vampire anymore, unless there is a quested way to get it, a scripted way to get it. Like there is a way, like you had in the in Oblivion, you could actually ask a vampire to come visit you, and if you did, you would have that on you. We also lost that one strength fortifying, sadly. That's not an effect of corpus that sticks with you. But yeah, we can now safely touch any diseased creature, we can now touch any blighted creature, and we will not catch the disease ourselves. And if you remember, that actually means we now meet one of the signs of the prophecies. So, yay, good on us. Where's that proper index, though? Is it this one? Oh, one moment again. Sorry. So sorry. Okay, sorry again. That was hopefully the last call I'm going to receive today. Mostly because this one was one I've been expecting. As I've told you, I have a job interview tomorrow, and I do need to get this sorted. And I was just called by the guy who's going to drive me tomorrow, because I don't want to take the public transportation there tomorrow. And yeah. Okay, can I just take this? He said I can have it. Yeah, I can have it. Wonderful. There's also some researchers here. Oh wow, that's the arm of the Saviour's hide. Created by Data Lord Malakath, this arm was the marvelous property of turning the blow of an oathbreaker. Chimera tricked Dagon into throwing an oath against the powers which he had no intention of keeping. The hide of the Savior turned Dagon's titanic fury long enough for Chimera to deliver his own attack. An incantation provoked upon Dagon's protonymic, i.e. incantory true name. Unfortunately, like many of Malakath's gifts, the armor is a mixed blessing. It also makes her exceptionally vulnerable to magical attacks, so one should only wear it for particular occasions. Dagon's protonymic. Chimera and Dagon's protonymic is an incantation to invoke the sorcery that would gradually drain all of Dagon's power into the void. Chimera miscalculated, however, not realizing that Dagon's resistance would slow the draining of his power, even if it could not stop it. As a result, Dagon had the time to curse Chimera with a literal fulfillment of the terms of his bargain with Chimera. Rather than let his power drain into the void, Dagon cast it onto his curse. As a result, Sicilia Island was cast into the void, all its citizens were horribly slain, and Chimera was condemned to live forever among the ruins of his greatest ambition. Okay, also the Spear of Bitter Mercy, which is, I don't think it's here. It's actually one of the data quests. He might also have one of those books I want to read. Okay, we have read this one. The Posting of the Hunt. Yeah, we have read this one. log. Any good books you have here? No. So yeah, one time I actually had this happen to me. I had a, I think I drank a whole lot of a very good absorb magicka potion, and it basically, yeah, it absorbed this triple resistance effect, which kind of sucked because I didn't have it and there was no chance to regain it. So yeah, I wasn't too thrilled about that. But on the right side, we now have all we need to get out of here. Okay, what about my fortress, my stronghold? It will begin soon. Could you get it done like right now-ish? Okay. Wonderful. That's that. Okay. Now, the Curious of the Savior's Hide. They said it was, the book just said it was not necessarily a thing you want to wear every time. But for now, it seems like it's not doing too bad. I'm gonna wear it for now. Because of the massive increase of armor value. But I will, of course, switch it out for something medium armor if I get to that. Or once we hit 100 skill with light armor. But for now, that one will do nicely. And I will see if I feel like I absorb less magicka than before. Let's get back to Balmora.
Share your thoughts, friend. I enjoy the company.
Okay, get me to Balmora, please. Okay,
Well,
over
I find
there.
myself in pleasant company.
Let's have a rest, and now we might want to also use a spear again. Let's rest for now and see if we have any weird dreams. Nope. No more weird dreams, sadly. I say sadly. It's not like I miss having weird nightmares, but let me see, actually now the dreamers might become hostile, or the sleepers might become hostile. I want to give those a wide berth if possible. Also look a bit silly with this rather odd armor composition of Curious of the Savior's Hide and a raccoon. This Daedric Face of Terror, which looks a bit like an insect. The glass pauldrons, the adamantium armor braces, although those don't look that bad together. Glass greaves and the boots of the apostle. I think this is a very, very, very strange composition. But it's ours now. And there is no bonus I'm aware of for wearing a... Oh, now! Now I should... Great, now I should speak with Luna thing about my stronghold. So we'll go there in just a moment. We'll just tell Caius Cosades we're good to go.
I'd be happy.
I'll save the game. That's 220. And Caius Cosades, thank you for the report. I'm very happy you've been cured. Unfortunately, I have a bit of bad news. I've been recalled to the Imperial City. You'll be promoted to operative, and you will head the blades here in Vardenfell until I return. I've only waited here to give you your final orders before I go. Okay, what are those orders? Continue pursuing the Nerevarine prophecies, as the Emperor commands. First, go to the Hall of Wisdom and Justice, and get Maramilo to help you find the lost prophecies. She's being watched. If something has gone wrong, find a private quarters. She'll leave you a message there under the code word Amaya. Then take the lost prophecies to Nibani Maesa. From that point you'll have to follow her directions, and follow the prophecies. Good luck. Okay, recall. Internal politics. Some concern about my sugar. I thought about refusing the recall, but they have members of my family back in the capital. I'm afraid it may have something to do with the problems with the succession. As the Emperor's health declines, factions are outmaneuvering for advantage. I may be gone a while, that's why you're promoted to operative. Okay. That makes you ranking Blades agent here in Vardenfell district. As far as I know, there may be other Blades agents here I don't know about. It wouldn't surprise me. I may be gone for a while, and you'll have expenses. Here's some gold, and you can use the house until I return. And I won't be needing these blacks or the ring while I'm in Cyrodiil. Maybe they'll come in handy. Take good care of them. So we got some junk from Caius, lovely. What about what was the last thing he gave us? Head the Blades. There's nothing to it. Each agent has his own assignment and reports directly to Cyrodiil. You're promoted to operative mostly to preserve your independence. You're no fool. The days of the Empire are almost over. 2 more scrolls will say they're not. When the Emperor dies, 9 hells are going to break loose. Forget about the Imperial City, think locally. Worry about the 6th house of Dagothr. All squabbles between the great houses and the colonists. The rest of the political nonsense doesn't amount to a plate of scuttle. Okay. So, we are now supposed to, well, just do our own thing. What's that stuff Caius gave us good for? Let's see, he gave us Caius Black Pants, which do some chameleon effect. Nice. Not as good as the permanent thing we get from that, from our other stuff. Caius Black Shirt. We currently don't wear a shirt. Oh no, we have Zenithor's Frock, which is cast when used, so yeah, I don't think I'm going to use Caius' stuff, so I'm going to use his house to start dumping his stuff there. What about Caius' ring? There's Aduzamzi's ring. Caius' ring. Fortify luck and fortify... That's nice. I think that makes it a lot easier to pick a lock. Also, if we go back to Caius now, he's gone. We can use his bed, we can use his skooma pipe, we can use his books, we can even pick his lock if we so desire. He has some nice lockpicking equipment around here. But yeah, we now have our own house, and we also have a stronghold to inspect. So, livestream 221 is going to be recalled back to the place.
Me with your attention, Outlander.
Yes, let's talk about the stronghold. Yes, I want you to check on your stronghold, which is being built on the ledge side of Uvirith's grave. I will mark it on your map. Go there and speak with Gashnak Gramugol, the foreman in charge of constructing your stronghold. Okay. So where is Uvirith's grave? It's over here. Okay. Fine. We can't go to Tel Fair that easily. Let's see. Divine Intervention out. Okay. Now we want to head pretty much straight west, actually. Let's use the Boots of the Apostle and try to get there in a reasonable amount of time. Kinda eager to see my own mushroom house. And let's be fair, who wouldn't? Who wouldn't? Those have plenty of charges, so I don't have to worry about flying too low. Although we probably want to be at least somewhat careful with them. Don't fly too high when you're actually low on charges and unable to do another levitation spell or out of other means of slowing your fall down. Do cliff racers look up? They probably will. Yeah, I think by the time we get to Uvirith's grave, we'll have a conga line of cliff racers attached to us. Not just spawned in. Oh no, it's just became visible. Okay, I think I'll try to at least get through the or get to the Coastal areas, I know I'm attacked. Ow! Stop that. Stupid thing. Okay, there's Telfair. Now just remember I said I was going to harvest those marshmallows. But not right now. We're a bit overweight anyway. Or not quite overweight, but close to it. Okay. We'll head this way. This over there might be the actual coast already, so we'll probably start moving slower from there. Do I have another application of those boots? I don't think I have. Nope, I don't. Okay, let's use the Blade of the Sky. Steel Blade of the Sky, where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? I might want to find it a bit quicker. I'm technically still falling, or already falling. Let's cross it lower bits. So, Steel Blade of the Sky? No. Steel Blade of the Sky. Steel Blade of the Heaven. Ooh, that was close. I don't think this fall would have been very healthy for me. Also, yeah, Kai's Casadas was recalled, and he says he believes I am really the Nerevarine. Okay, that's fine for him. And we now need to go to Vivek. But first I want to get this stronghold sorted out, because I think this is one of those things that will take time, and you just have to... You have to basically do this, or you have to basically do a quest, then... Hello, Revo Aritia. Yeah, you basically have to do a quest, and then you have to wait for like a week or some days, and then you have to do another quest. So... We'll do that, and then we'll return to becoming the Nerevarine. There's some sort of tower or crypt over there. And of course there's a slaughterfish, which looks a lot like an eel. And pretty damn tasty. Although I didn't really have lunch, so pretty much everything looks tasty to me right now. There's an awful lot of those... I don't know why we don't get our sneaking notification anymore. I should be hidden right now. Okay, you get a silver arrow. You get a silver arrow. Don't want one, but you will get one regardless. Would you stop flying around, please? There you go. Get. Oh, that one's probably blighted. Not that I have to care about anymore. Because we are now completely immune to the blight. Hooray! Ha ha ha! Now where did that firestorm spell go? Yes, hit me if you want. But we can't be blighted anymore. And I think this is a very, very handy thing. Which means we can also probably sell most of our cure blight disease potions and stuff. Which way to go? I think this way. I will only keep one for various quests if one pops up. I think we have most of those sorted out as well, but we might run into one of those. Yeah, I have a random disease, or I have blight disease. Can you heal me? And I think in this case it's a good thing to have. There's also one more disease we're going to catch. I just cast a spell. There's an Ogrim there. Let's save the game, because that looks dodgy. Livestream 222. Take care, Darko. There are thieving Ashlanders about. A couple have just dropped me off my Guarhide shipments bound for Teleroon. Okay. Yeah, a couple of them just jumped me and took my hides. Didn't even see them coming. Sneaky, these Ashlanders. If you can get them back from me, I'd really appreciate it. I figure you might know this area a little better than I do. I'm here for the first time as well, mate. If you can't get it back, my father in Teleroon will pay you very well for your trouble. I swear it. Your father in Teleroon, eh? Okay, I'll help you with those. Okay. Okay, you put your stamp on them. That's fine for you, but it doesn't help me find the bloody things. I guess we'll just have to explore the area. And you know what that means? I will eventually do that. If I can be bothered. Okay, there is no data ruin in the vicinity, I think. That's a famous place. But the Molaga Moor is full of those data. You can run through them at any point here. There's a rat somewhere. Also 4 arrows and we got none of them back. There should be our foreman somewhere here. Ooh, that's my place. That's my mushroom. And I think that's the aforementioned foreman. Or forewoman, I think. Well, let's check my fortress first. I'm so excited. I got some floating crystals. Look at that, we got floating crystals. Wonderful. So wonderful. Yeah, they're floaty. Well, it's a bit underwhelming for a stronghold, you know. It's a nice start, though. But I would totally like to have an actual stronghold. You there. Make it stronger.
You seem worthy of my knowledge. You may speak.
Yeah, about a tower. Tell Luna Laren things are fine. The work will be done soon. Okay. Ooh, Karthak Point. Glorious Karthak Point. Very famous for orcs. Great hero Karthak who had fought some battle or something died there. Very famous. It doesn't seem to be that famous or anything. Also, this is a glorified get back and forth quest. Do I want to mark this place already? I think I do. So this here shall be my rock of return. We'll move that inside later on. For now, this is the place we're going to return to. Because I believe it's easier to get back to Sadrid Mara than any other place. Or maybe than to here, because I don't think you'll ever find... Well, you were clearly not to get, about to get a boat to this place, so I don't think a Silt Strider will be available either. But absolutely love that. Ow! Okay. How heavy is that cuirass, by the way? Totally didn't check. Save aside. It's 15. How heavy is this guy? It's 18. Lovely. Healing. Okay. Now, back to telling the person that our fortress is being under construction. And I really wish you could have several market recall places. There's actually a mod that I don't have installed here, which kind of breaks market recall, but it gives you like a pot house. It's a little pot you can actually live in, and mostly dump your stuff in. But the way it uses or it works is actually it takes away market recall, because that's basically how you get in and out, I think. I always think that places you can carry around to and drop your loot into are always a bit dodgy, because they are because they're kind of powerful. They're kind of overpowered actually, because yeah, it's just a loot dump, and I just think part of this entire thing, or part of the Morrowind experience, is to have to pick what loot do you carry with you, what loot do you drop, what will you leave behind, what do you need to bring to a place, and so on. Also, where else is stupid that way?
Greetings out.
Okay, down there. You'd think mages would have a better way of transporting messages than having house superiors ask them to do stuff.
Welcome, Outlander.
Okay, I'm pleased to hear that the mushroom is growing so well. Yeah, the first stage of growth should be finished in a few days. Lovely. So, I think those few days don't actually run until you actually told her that they're going well. Now it'll only take like 3 days, I think. Also, I would have expected this this orc to at least, I don't know, put up some sort of tent or other way to not have to stand in the bloody ash for 3 days, unless it's a very complex spell and stuff. It's kind of impressive though. I like this, how it winds around here and goes up there. This is why Telvanni fortresses are awesome. Okay, let's actually get back to Vivek now. In here, through there, over there.
Share your thoughts. I must say, I find you most interesting.
Eniel,
Please go ahead.
take me to Vivek. Actually, scratch that. Take me to Caldera.
You seem like very
Ah!
good company. You seem like very good company.
Okay, yeah, I have another one of those indices for you. 90 Berendas. Okay. It's in Gnesis. Luckily, we are on the good side of Balladas, so he should actually be very happy to give it to us. We'll do that later. For now, I want to go to Vivek.
A pleasure to meet you.
And because we're about to go to the Hall of Wisdom, we'll just use Yamsiv Intervention for that. I don't know where Maramillo lives usually. We were not supposed to ask anyone about her. We're high ranking at the temple as well. By the way, is this person going to talk to us? No.
How wonderful.
Okay.
Welcome, Outlander.
I don't want to go any too much further without rising up in the temple. So save the game again. Okay, it was in the Hall of Wisdom, right?
Go ahead.
Wisdom, and here should be Hall Underworks.
Is there something
I don't know where Maramillo lives, but we'll go to the library first because she might be here, or she was here at least.
Welcome, friend. Yes, maybe I feel as though I should worthy of your attention.
Okay, all those places is good. Does she hide back here? No, that's not good.
Praise, yes.
I will praise MCB later. Now I'm kind of behind with my duties there. Ooh, Milo's quarters. Okay, that's the place we want to go to. How very convenient of her to live right here. Come on. Okay, Milo's quarters. There is a Pilgrim's Path, of course. Have those potions. I think she left those for us. Okay, note to Armaya. Armaya, sorry I missed you. I had to run some old documents over to the Inquisitor at the Ministry of Truth, and I'm likely to be tied up there for a while. Why don't you meet me there as soon as you can? Then we can leave together as soon as I'm done. And Maya, don't forget to bring me the 2 Divine Adventure Scrolls you borrowed. Or if you use them, buy a couple new ones for me. I think I'm going to need them soon. Yanan Molyneux at the Mage's Guild in the Foreign Quarter keeps them in stock. Alvela Saram is the guard at the entrance. Just tell her you're looking for me, and she'll let you in. Your faithful friend Mera. P.S. I left a couple of low hate potions for you here, just in case. I couldn't remember if you knew the spell or not, so I drew a couple from stock. So, it turns out Mera is in fact in trouble. As remember, Armaya is the code word. I found a note addressed to Armaya in Mera Miller's room. I think it means she's in trouble, probably imprisoned in the Ministry of Truth. I'm to tell the guard at the entrance, Alvela Saram, that I'm looking for Mera Milo, and she'll let me in. Milo wants me to bring her 2 Divine Adventure Scrolls. For an escape plan, she also left me 2 levitation potions. Now, it would make sense that she does not use the Alzheimer Intervention, because the Ministry of Truth is the temple prison. So, having a scroll or having a spell that just takes you back to the nearest temple is probably a bad idea. So, luckily, we should have CV. What was that? Ooh, Dispel. We'll sell those. Black Death, Black Despair, Darius Blessing, 18. We have 8 of those, so we should be fine. Okay, now the question is, do I want to do this today or not? So, Ministry of Truth. We are going to invade a moon. I think this is going to be the last thing we do in this stream.
Something I can do for you. What do you think of our city out there?
It's quite marvelous, in fact. Okay. Livestream 224. We had some levitation potions. Where did they go? So what will the temple think of our old dagger of brandy? I don't think they're too happy with it. How's Ring of the Kashid doing? It's not really charged, so I probably shouldn't do this just yet. Okay, is this the guard at the entrance to the Ministry of Truth? No. So I guess we're up here. Okay, now Ministry of Truth is another one of those missions where you're not supposed to kill anyone. And I tried to stick to that rule. Where's that guard, though? She should be somewhere here. Ah yes, this is Alvela Saram. How's our sneaking skill? We're at 71. That should actually do. Let's actually talk to you. I'm sorry, no pilgrims allowed in the ministry. I'll have to ask you to leave, but you're not here to visit anyone, are you? Yes, I'm about to visit anyone. Mera said you would come. I'll say you subdued me with magic and stolen my key. It opens all 3 exterior doors. The upper back door is best. You need other keys for other doors inside. Search for the keys in desks. No one carries keys while on duty. Mera is in the prison keep in the cell on the far right. Mera said you'd bring scrolls to get out. Some of us are sympathetic with the distant priest, but kill an ordinator and you'll lose that sympathy. You've got rank in the temple. Maybe you can bluff your way through. Here's the key to the entrance. Now get going. Now this is something I did not do in my first playthrough of Morrowind. I didn't join the temple because I think they were dicks. But this is kind of cool that they give you this option to, say, yeah, I'm a high-ranking member of the temple. I'm supposed to be. This is a pilgrimage. I'm pilgriming to the prison cells. Yes, totally. Okay, thank you, sir. Madam, even. Let's wait for levitation to wear off. Okay. No kills in here. This would be the upper back door, right? Hall of Processing, that sounds inviting. Is that the back door or the front door? It's a bloody moon and I don't know where the back door is. Okay. Let's use the Amulet of Shadows. Because 80% chameleon does mean a lot of sneaking. It's also somewhat conservative when it comes to energy consumption. Okay, so what is this place? Okay, you know what? I don't really care about those locks. We're not gonna have too much trouble with those. Although I probably want to avoid being seen with a lockpick in my hands. Ah, nope, thank you. Okay. And this is why you want to have your chameleon out. Okay, I think that's, yeah, over here's the chameleon spell. I'm a ghost. I am so totally a ghost. You do not see me. Okay, this way. Ah. Never do that again, mate. Don't think I can sneak past this guy very easily. I think this might be one of those cases where I certainly want to use this fellow. To sneak past. Really? Really? You can't see me. Okay, I think this is the last use we'll get out of the Ring of the Khajiit. Sadly. Don't kill any ordinators. Don't drop right now. No. Okay, Amulet of the Shadows. Where's my Amulet of the Shadows? I need that right now. So it seems like we have to go through this door. Okay, you don't see me, you don't see me. Kind of glad he's... This guy seems to be mostly blind. Okay. Someone give me Mission Impossible music or something. Did that save now? Yes, it did, okay. If you wanted an Indral helm, this would also be another very nice way to get one. Seems to be an office, so there's no desk in here. We'll just close that. There might be a desk over there. Is there? Yes, there's a desk over there. I'll have that. Close that. This is kind of exciting, although I think this is kind of a turned down sneaking challenge because I think you're supposed to be able to get through here even if you never bothered with sneaking at all. Although I'm not too sure. Okay. What the hell? Just right back to the temple. Oh, this is not good. Through there and then close this door. Okay, there is a Vivek Temple, Prison Keep. Is that up or down? I think it might be. There's only a way down. It's over this way. I remember this a bit bigger with more ordinators, but I'm not sad about this not being the case. Down we go. And that the way. I can't ask an ordinator for the way. They're not going to be pleased to see me here. Yeah, I'll not rest here and meditate, as tempting as it is. We'll go up there this time. Could I? No, not enough charge. Okay, we actually have a parallel. We have remove the ring of the Khajiit away with thee, and we will wear not Kaio's ring. We should have the ring of surroundings as well. There it is. OBS just froze itself for some reason. Okay, a ring of surroundings. We'll use that. Wear it. And where did it go? It's one of the only times when I use this ring a lot. It gives you a slight boost to sneaking because it's a slight bonus to alchemy, to chameleon, or the slight chameleon effect. But this can actually save your ass here. This can make the difference between being spotted and not. Okay, also like how all the alternators here have a aren't wearing helmets. Okay, this was the door out. So temple. Yeah, I think as long as you don't touch them, you will not be noticed necessarily. I might even be able to rest for an hour here. Okay, let's not use that for now. I don't want to go this way. Ignore me, please. Ooh, okay. Where is that stupid prison keep? Is it that one? No, it's quite clearly not. It's this way. Let's just make sure. That's that door. So the prison should be this way somewhere. Or further up. It's probably further up. That's the one cavern door. And the two guards just went this way, so I will go this way instead. Okay. This should be the prison cells. I'm not sure how they would fit in spatially because there are like 3 rings of this, and yeah, I'm not sure where prison cells would go here, but this should be the door to the prison keep. Wonderful. She said she was in the rightmost cell, right? There, and down there. Would you not get trapped on that, please? Okay, move it. Rightmost cell. Could I get my sneaking back? Apparently somebody noticed me here. Hello, Maramilo. I have those scrolls indeed, and your plan to use them is not just great. It's very simplistic, you know. I'll need one of those Divine Intervention scrolls myself for my escape plan. Getting out will be a lot faster and safer for you if you have one. If you haven't got one for yourself, maybe you can find some other way out. Now listen, here's my plan. Give me a scroll. I'll meet you at the secret dissident priest monastery at Holamayan. For safety, you will travel separately. When you get out of here, look for a woman named Blutta Heteria on the east docks of Ebenhard. Tell her I sent you, and that you want to go fishing. She'll bring you to Holamayan by boat. I'll meet you there, and we'll get the lost prophecies from Gilvas Barreno, the leader of the dissident priests. And the magic conceals the Holamayan entrance. Speak to Vevrana Arion, a monk at the dock of Holamayan, about the hidden entrance. Okay. Tell me about Holamayan. It is a secret monastery of the dissident priests, okay? Yeah, the magical shield only opens at dawn and dusk. The magical twilight hour is sacred to Azura.
I'm very happy to make your acquaintance.
We'll actually... we'll not rest here. Also, I could just... why can't I just teach her that spell? I mean, look, it's not hard. Just do this and you're out of here. Okay. The Imperial Chapels, we'll not do that. So we have now successfully infiltrated the Ministry of Truth. We're on our way to get the Lost Prophecies, but I think we'll do that tomorrow because, well, this has been a 3.5-hour stream already. I'm absolutely starving, and yeah, I still need to do a bit of preparation for tomorrow's job interview. So I guess I will meet you all tomorrow-ish. Well, probably somewhere around, maybe around this time, maybe a bit earlier, maybe a bit later too. I don't know yet, but I will see you all next time. Bye. Wrong button. Go on, OBS, stop the stream. I'll get to you. Bye. Just save. I'll save again, just to be safe. That's unnecessary, and then we'll just exit here, and I'll stop the stream manually.